Dino football on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM. Carbon Dino football, powered by Castle Country Radio on KRPX 95.3 The Peak and online at castlecountryradio.com. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
At ALA tonight, the Carbon Dinos come in with their blue pants, white jerseys, white helmets. ALA solid red with white helmets. We're about ready to start the 2026 season. Joining me in the Sutherland's broadcast booth here tonight is Kason Miller. And Kason, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight for the first game of the season for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here. These two teams have always played each other very evenly, especially the last 2 years. It's come down to the wire, so hopefully we get another exciting one like that tonight.
Yeah, the Dinos finished 2-9 last year for the season, 4-7 for ALA when these two teams played last year. 34-31, the Dinos came away with the win, and as you said, the last couple of years, these two teams, they've been great games, so I'm looking forward to tonight as well. A couple of years ago, 2 years ago here, the Carbon Dinos won 41-40 in the last play of the game. We were here for that. Was one of the best games I ever seen. The lights went out. They came back on. It was a strange game, but the Dinos came away with a 41-40 win. They win last year 34-31, so they beat ALA the last two times these two teams have played.
Yeah, they have, but we've got two very different teams coming in today. Both teams have lost quite a few starters from graduation, and those underclassmen from previous years, they're hoping have learned from those players that have moved on since then.
Absolutely, that's a good point. This is a lot different team. Both of these teams are different than they were last year. Now, the Carbon Dinos coming, as we said, 2-9 with Branch at quarterback for the Carbon Dinos. On the offensive side of the ball tonight, the Dinos need to do what, Kason?
They need to attack ALA. Last season, their highest passing total of the year came in the first game of the season against ALA, and I think they'll be able to do more of that today.
So a new head coach for ALA, Joe Dupay. He takes over for ALA, and he has had some experience in the coaching field.
Yeah, Dupay has had 23 years of coaching experience. He's been a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator at colleges like Cal Poly. He coached running backs at BYU, and he was even the head coach of D3 Southern Virginia. So he's got plenty of coaching experience to bring in and help bolster this ALA team.
Man, what a pleasant thing that would be for ALA to get a coach with that much experience to come in and take over this program.
Yeah, and he's really got a chance to do something great here. Last year, they went 4-7, just 2-2 in a region, but he can come in here, and he definitely has the skill and the potential to really bolster this team and turn them into a powerhouse.
So Nick Milovich, in his second year for the Carbon Dinos, they run a gun tee offense and a 4-2-5 defense.
Yeah, and that gun offense, it depends on the day, but they have been able to run it very effectively, especially early in the season. Last year against ALA, they were able to put up their second highest point total of the season, so we'll see what they try out today after getting their quarterback back from injury.
Yeah, it was a couple of big games to start the season last year for the Carbon Dinos. 34-31 win against ALA at home, and then they went to Grand and handled Grand big time, 68-6, I believe the final score was. I have it here somewhere, but it was a blowout. And the Dinos got off to a 2-0 start in the season last year. It'd be great for them to start out that way this year too, because you start out a season like that, and the confidence level just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, especially with the team with a lot of changes this year. I mean, it's a different team than we seen last year.
Yeah, it definitely is. They've lost a few starters. They lost their leading receiver in Maddox Wilson from last year, but they brought back plenty of experience. They brought back a lot of their offensive line. They brought back Tager Timothy and Dexter Packard in the backfield, so I think they still have a lot of their key producers from last season.
Absolutely. Now, on the ALA side, on their offensive side of the ball, Kason, what do we expect to see for this ALA team with the new coach taking over?
Well, it's going to be very different. They lost a lot of their players on the offensive side. They lost their quarterback from graduation and their top 3 receivers, as well as their all-purpose yards leader. So it's going to be a much different team this year. And with quarterback Dupay coming in, we'll have to see how he performs in his first start here for ALA.
I love the first game of the season in high school football because you don't know. We don't know what we're going to see tonight. We don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and the weather's holding out for us right now. It is a beautiful day. The rain has kind of pulled away from us and hopefully doesn't come back. It's a beautiful day for some high school football, especially first game of the season.
Absolutely. Now, there will be no scoreboard. They cannot get the scoreboard to function tonight, so there'll be no scoreboard. The referee will keep the time on the field. We'll do our best to keep you updated with how much time is left in the quarter, and we'll keep you updated on the score. We won't have on YouTube, we won't have the scoreboard. It is not working tonight. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have an interview that Aiden did with head coach Nick Milovich. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have that for you. It's Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
Joining us now over the phone, we're joined by Carbon High School head coach Nick Milovich. Coach, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you. Thanks as always for taking the time to come talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, and thank you for taking the time to interviewing us and hyping our kids up. We really appreciate the service that you're giving our community, so thank you.
You know, it's easy to hype up when you have such an exciting group of kids coming down the pipeline this year. Lots of returners from last year's squad. So let's start off in the offseason. What did the offseason workouts look like? I know you had a lot of adjustment come your way in terms of finding a practice field, but how are you guys spending the summer getting ready for this upcoming year?
You know, it was just a tribute to our kids and just the resilience that they have with that. I thought it went great. I mean, when you have active kids like ours and play and sharing them with all their different activities, at least, you know, they're being active, they're doing stuff, and that's all I could ask for. But in terms of football activity and things like that, I mean, we were able to go out of state for the first time in a long time, and we really performed well out in Idaho, and I was just really happy with the progress that we were making so far. So it's been pretty great.
And it's always fun to see. I know coming into this offseason, you guys were looking to put more of an emphasis on the weight room. How did that initiative go over the course of the offseason, and what gains have you seen from it?
It was really awesome. Just as long as I've been here, I think we've had the most participation. We added a few activities here and there, having our own little combine and stuff like that. That seemed to spark some excitement, and it just kind of carried on from there. But they've been working hard, and I couldn't be more proud of them from that. So I'm excited to finally put it all together and see what they got Friday night.
I know, it's always exciting, and you and I were talking just a moment ago. Anytime that Carbon faces off against ALA, we're bound to see some fireworks. You look at the last two seasons that you guys have kicked off the year. 2024, it was a walk-off touchdown that you guys needed to win, 41-40, and last year it was a stout defensive stand in the fourth quarter to win 34-31. But going into this year, it's going to be hard to predict what we're seeing from ALA due to a new coaching staff and not that much retention from last year's team.
No, not really. I mean, Coach Dupay has his own system, and we were going back and forth if he'd go back to his old grassroots with the triple option or if he'd stick with the air raid. So it's been quite the experience. So I'm excited to see what happens there. They are bringing back one of their bigger linemen, and then they're running back, so I'm sure they both have something to prove, but so do we, and we're not going to let that get in our way of taking care of business and taking care of them on Friday, tomorrow night.
So let's look at the team as a whole. We'll start first on the offensive side of things. One of the biggest things that jumps out to me about this year's squad is the level of experience you're bringing back in terms of offensive line play. You look through Andy Kiefer, Dax Maurer, Ben Stewart, J.J. Rudin. This is an experienced group up front, and I think they're going to be the offseason work and the experience they've already seen at the varsity level going to be paying dividends for them heading into this year.
I sure hope so. And this is a special group just because I had them as babies, as freshmen, and now they're all grown up, and it's really cool to see that they've all stuck together as a group, and like you said, the experience, finally it's their time to go out and beat up on everyone else. Because they have been put through the ringer in their high school career. So I think it's just finally just full circle moment. It's just like, you know what, we did our time. Now it's time to kick some butt.
And right behind them, you bring back an experienced backfield. Two names that really jump out: Tager Timothy and Dexter Packard. Both of them very stellar last season at running the football. And with this offensive line in front of them, I expect to see a lot of increased production from them. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to set them loose and see what we can do. I know it's always been my love for just running the football, and I sure hope so, because they sure do deserve it. But like I said, I think we've got the line to do it. So. And then in terms of quarterback play, this year you guys get to welcome back Carter Branch. Had to miss last season due to an injury. This year back in the helm. How has he readjusted to getting back to game speed, controlling the game as quarterback? How has he been looking throughout the offseason?
Wonderful, and I take my hat off to him. Such a hard worker, and does anything you ask of him, and just first one here, last one to leave, always asking for what can I do better, what can I do, always making subtle adjustments, just coachable on every single end on his part, and just a wonderful human being. So I'm excited for him just to get back at it and see what we can do. And I've been so impressed with his growth, so I'm super excited.
Now, one of the positions, or I guess group of positions we're going to be looking at that's going to require a lot of step up from underclassmen is those outside wide receivers. You have lots of players looking to step up in that realm. Baylor Sanders, Weston Home, Jaden Powell, they're looking to be key contributors, but that's a position where, you got to feel it out early on in the season, because last year you had a very talented skill group, but most of them lost to graduation.
Right, absolutely, and hopefully, just being able to get some of those good reps at camp were just invaluable, and so hopefully they got to get into what was expected and see the flow of the game and things like that. And so we're going to be heavily relying on them in the pass game and the run game, blocking wise and things like that. And so I'm excited to see what they can bring to the table, but. It should be fun to watch.
Now, defensively, we bring back a lot of exciting talent, especially in the linebacking core. You bring back two extremely hard-hitting players, Dax Maurer and Ricky Sandoval, both back on the field. And whenever they got eyes on the ball carrier last season, it felt like a homing missile flying in because these kids, they love to hit, and you can feel it with the intensity they play with.
Yeah, it's always nice when you don't have to tell anyone to go attack, and so and I know Coach Maurer has been on, and Coach Black have been. That's been their mantra this year more than anything, is just seek and destroy. So a little bit of Metallica references there. So listen to the song, and that's what you should be expecting from the defense. I guess it's seek and destroy, but you know what it is.
Anytime you can compare a player to a Metallica song, that's a pretty good sign for how they're going to be performing throughout the year and what the expectations are. So let's look ahead to tomorrow's game against ALA. What would you say is the biggest key for this team heading into this contest if they want to come away with the victory?
We just have to execute. We just have to play our game. We just have to cut down on mental mistakes, mental errors, and just, I know that's the cliche answer, but honestly, that's the difference between winning and losing is who's going to make the most mistakes and who can overcome adversity the best. And like I said, just that's always the fun and the challenge of week one is honestly you don't know what to expect, and especially with the new staff and on their end and new players being a charter school and the turnover that they have. So honestly, we just don't need to get into our own heads and just play Carbon football, which is just tough and gritty, and impose our will on them.
Now, as you look ahead to the season as a whole, again, you guys have outdone yourself, and you have built just a gauntlet of a schedule. ALA this week, Emory next, Juan Diego, and then, of course, Region is just a nightmare in 3A. Canyon View, Richfield, Juab, North Sanpete, Manti, Cedar, all teams with heavy title aspirations. Looking at the season as a whole, what do you think the biggest goal is for this team? What would you like to see them accomplish as they head into the rest of this preseason and then into Region play?
It's just been the same message since I've got here and had them as freshmen. It's just you will do your best, and you know and not to focus on names. You know what? It's black and yellow. It's crimson and silver. It's red and blue. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes we look at that. It's like, oh, it's this or it's this team or that team. But at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of kids playing a game that they love, and that's the most important thing that I want from our kids is just to do their best and play how we know that we can play. And honestly, if we can do that, we will surprise some people this year.
And, you know, I love that approach to it because I feel like sometimes we do lend a little bit too much credence to the name on front of the jersey and not the player wearing that jersey. So I'm looking forward to see how this year plays out. Coach, before we let you go, anything you want to leave Dino Nation off with?
You know what? Just come support these kids. They've been working their butts off. They will wear the name and perform with pride and dignity, and give Carbon County something to cheer for. So, and just make sure that if you do see Aiden around and just everyone else from Drive Time Sports, make sure you say thank you for what they're doing because they're doing an awesome job.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate it, and thank you as always for taking the time to come talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Thank you, guys.
The Coffee Shop on Main Street in Price has been your go-to spot for almost 2 decades. Whether it's a latte to start your morning, a refreshing cold brew in the afternoon, or a cozy chai on a chilly evening, we've got the The Coffee Shop on Main Street in Price has been your go-to spot for almost 2 decades. Whether it's a latte to start your morning, a refreshing cold brew in the afternoon, or a cozy chai on a chilly evening, we've got the perfect drink for any moment. Settle in with free Wi-Fi and plenty of seating, or let us bring it out to you with curbside delivery. With parking in the back, The Coffee Shop, Main Street in Price, where good days begin with great coffee.
The Coffee Shop on Main Street in Price has been your go-to spot for almost 2 decades. Whether it's a latte to start your morning, a refreshing cold brew in the afternoon, or a cozy chai on a chilly evening, we've got the perfect drink for any moment. Settle in with free Wi-Fi and plenty of seating, or let us bring it out to you with curbside delivery. With parking in the back, The Coffee Shop, Main Street in Price, where good days begin with great coffee.
Don's Hometown Insurance and Price is ranked #1 on Google reviews. Proof that real people value real hometown customer service. We're honored to set the standard, helping you find the right coverage with a caring local touch. Join your neighbors who count on Don's Hometown Insurance for friendly expertise and genuine support. Stop by or call us today at 637-3344. Experience the hometown difference everyone is talking about. Don's Hometown Insurance, where you always come first.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
The Dinos play here.
Tager Timothy, number 28. Carter Branch, number 7.
Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back.
To Eagle Stadium.
Carbon Dino Football here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Sonny and Kaysen bringing you the action here from ALA. It was a great interview Aiden did with head coach Nick Milovich as we go into week number 1. It's hard to believe that it's football season. I'm glad. I love football, but it's hard to believe it's already here.
Yeah, it really is, and it's shaping up to be a pretty exciting one here in high school football. Carbon and ALA, both a lot to look forward to as this season moves on.
And we'll get you scores throughout the night from around the state. Since it is opening night, Emory playing. They start at 5 o'clock this afternoon. They're in the third quarter. We'll get you a score on their game as well. That's on our sister station, KOAL, 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Aiden's down there during the Emory game. As we said here, the Dinos going back in the locker room. We're just moments away from the kickoff here to start the 2026 season. It's Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Tonight's game is about more than the competition on the field. It also helps support high school.
What started on a workbench in 1948 has evolved into a business that is more than a jewelry store. It's part of the fabric of Springville.
It's Duke Jewelers. Fourth-generation owner Kimberly Narupe continues the legacy of her great-grandfather Melvin Duke and father Richard Holmes. Creating an engagement ring or reimagining an heirloom, Duke's design team brings your vision to life. It's about family, craftsmanship, and memories that shine through every piece. Duke's Jewelers.
South Main Street, Springville, at dukesjewelers.com.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we're more than just a credit union. We're your trusted community partner. Whether you're opening a checking or savings account, applying for a loan, managing your finances with our Spirit debit card or credit cards, we've got you covered. Our friendly tellers and expert loan officers are here to help, and with virtual tellers available in our drive-up line, banking has never been easier. We offer home equity lines of credit, CDs, and a range of other services, all tailored to your financial needs. Visit us today and experience the difference at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where your goals are our priority.
Price Family Pharmacy has moved. Hi, this is Brian from Price Family Pharmacy, and we're excited to be in our new location, right next to Castleview Urgent Care on 100 North. Our new location brings exciting additions to our pharmacy, a convenient drive-thru, more parking, a spacious lobby, and we still have free delivery. Our team is here to offer you great services in our new, bigger, better space. Come by and visit us, and thank you for being part of our pharmacy family.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. You've been listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. The Carbon Dinos out on the field, as we said, in their blue pants, white jerseys, blue numbers, white helmets, and ALA in all red. with the white helmets with the red stripe. The captains are getting ready to meet at the 50-yard line. So let's talk a little bit, Kason, about this game tonight. Getting off to a good start. Of course, being the first game of the season is very important. But usually when you have your first game also, turnovers play a big part. Usually you can plan on some turnovers. Game number 1 of the season. How important, with the field being a little bit damp, we had some rain, taking care of the ball is going to be tonight.
Yeah, taking care of possession is going to be huge for both sides. I remember last year, ALA was able to cause 4 fumbles in that game, so ball security is definitely going to be one of the top priorities for both of these teams, especially where it is a little bit wet out there.
Also, I think field position is going to be huge tonight. It's been huge when these two teams played the last 2 seasons. As we said, we had 2 really good games. 41-40, Dinos win. 34-31, Dinos win last year, the year before, 41-40. So, got to take care of the ball. Field position. What else do the Dinos need to do tonight, Jason, to come away with a win and start out 1-0?
Well, I think the way they line up, they have a 4-2-5 defensive scheme. What that means is they'll have 2 linebackers while they have 5 defensive backs out there and 4 down linemen. In doing that, they should be able to match up very well with the spread offense that ALA will be running.
We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be kickoff time.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
At Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance, serving Castle Country has been our family's legacy for 3 generations. We started as a small shop, Hard Hat Appliance and Television, bringing neighbors the latest in appliances. As times changed, we grew to offer water beds and quality furniture, always focusing on friendly service. Today, we're proud to have the largest showroom in Castle Country. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve this community for 3 generations. Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in Price.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car, all in one convenient stop. JN Auto, driven forward.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Dexter Packard. I wear number 2.
My name is Alan Bueno. I'm number 57.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landis Diesel Service pregame show. Dinos and the Eagles, and we just heard a great job on the national anthem. That was awesome.
Yeah, beautiful job from that ALA choir.
Yeah, that was awesome. So the team captains meet at the 50-yard line. We're about ready. Once again, there will be no scoreboard tonight. We'll do our best to keep you updated on the time. If you can't get the scoreboard to work, first game, first game bugs. You got to get all that stuff worked out, right?
Yep, always stuff to figure out at the start of the season. That goes from the team to the broadcast to the scorekeepers. So we're all getting prepared here.
Next week, the Carbon Dinos will go on the road again. We'll be at Emory High School for the Carbon Emory game. Those 2 teams did not play last year. But back this year, I'm looking forward to next week. It's always great when Carbon and Emory play. Those rivalry games are just special.
Yeah, always big-time rivals, especially being so close to each other. Always get very fiery during those games, and they're very fun to watch.
And we'll worry about that next week. Right now we got ALA that we need to worry about here on the road. So let's talk about the Eagles. We talked about the Dinos, what they need to do. The Eagles need to do what tonight? New head coach. They got a new quarterback. They've got a lot. This is a completely different team. They need to do what tonight to come away with the win against the Dinos?
Well, last year they did a great job at running the ball. They were able to put up 291 rushing yards. 278 of that came from their running back, Mason Ober. And I expect him to be huge in the game plan today. He also had 4 touchdowns in that game.
So we're about ready. As the team captain still at the 50-yard line? There's the coin toss.
The Carbon Dinos are coached by head coach Nick Milovich. Your Eagles.
ALA won the toss. They have deferred. So the Dinos will get the ball to start the 2026 season.
Yeah, and taking the ball first, like Carbon's going to do, it allows you to really set the tone for the offense for the rest of the game if they're able to come out firing.
Yep. I remember everybody back in the day used to take the ball. They wanted the ball first, but now it's switched. Now it's, you know what? We want the ball in the second half. What do you prefer?
I personally slightly lean towards that second half just to be able to start off.
I think if you have a really strong offense, I think you get your offense on the field and you make a statement early in the game. I take the ball if I have a strong offense. Absolutely. So the Dinos will go left to right. Team captains shaking hands, and we are ready to go for the 2026 season. The Carbon Dinos, ALA Eagles. Carbon and ALA. Once again, the Dinos winning the last 2 times these 2 teams played. We expect another good one tonight. If it's anything like the last 2, sit back, relax, and enjoy an evening of high school football. Carbon and ALA. As the season about to get underway, I love football.
Yeah, and ALA is really looking to end that small losing streak against these Carbon Dinos. The last couple, just right at the end, they haven't been able to finish it off, but I think they're trying to do a bit more towards the end of the game today.
So the Dinos will get the ball. They go left to right. Packard back to receive the kick for the Carbon Dinos. Also back for the Dinos to receive this opening kick is Timothy. So the Dinos, as we are ready to go. Haston will kick off for ALA. We're about ready to go. Kind of off to her, taking a while to get this kickoff. First game, right? Everybody, right? Got to get in the groove. And we are ready to go. Sun out, blue skies above us now. Boy, the weather has really cleared up nicely. Was thinking that we might be playing in some rain, but if it stays the way it has become here in the last 10 or 15 minutes, it's a great night for football. There's a deep kick. Fielded at the 2-yard line, and then stepping out of bounds is Packard. He caught it, stepped out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 3, and the Dinos will start 1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. They got 97 yards ahead of them.
Yeah, that's a really good job of placing that kick. You can't tell if it's going to go into the end zone, and it makes it tough for the receiver along that sideline.
Well, we talked about field position in the pregame show, how important it was going to be, and the first plus in the field position goes to ALA as the Dinos will start on the 3-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10. Like we said, no scoreboard. We'll do our best to keep you updated on the time. The Dinos will break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. First offensive play of the season. Carter Branch, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. One receiver goes to the left side, far out. One running back stands to the right side of Branch. Long snap count. There's the snap. Branch with the pitch over to the right side. Out to the 5-yard line. Pick up the 2 on the play is Johnson. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Carbon Dinos.
That was a great job of avoiding a few tackles in the backfield. ALA really swarmed onto that side of the ball.
Eiley with the tackle. It'll be 2nd down 8 for the Carbon Dinos. Just underway here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Also, Castle Country Radio, Carbon on YouTube, KSL app as well. Lots of ways to watch and listen to our Carbon Dinos. 2nd down, 8 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 5-yard line. Shotgun once again for Branch. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Man in motion. Handoff goes to the man in motion. Timothy going around the left side across the 10, 15. He'll have a first down. Move the chains for the Dinos.
Great blocking on that far side to seal the edge and allow Timothy to get out there.
The yardage is good enough for a first down.
So first down for the Dinos. Move the chains, get it out to the 15-yard line. So they started at the 3-yard line. They get that first down. Very important. You don't want to punt from your end zone early in the ball game. First down, 10 for the Carbon Dinos. Trips come to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Shotgun formation. Quick throw out to Holm. He'll make the catch at the 20, across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tackled by 3 different ALA players, but not before. A pickup of 7, maybe 8 on the play. 2nd down.
And with that screen, there was 1 defender unblocked, but Holm did a great job of getting past him to be able to gain a few yards.
Going to mark it a gain of 7. 2nd down, 3 for the Dinos. Dinos' first offensive possession of the season, and if they could go 97 yards on this first possession, that would be a great way to start this season. Shotgun formation for Branch. 2 running backs, both to the right side. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. Timothy in motion. He'll fake to Timothy. Handoff goes up the middle of Packard. He has running room. 35, 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race to the 40. 35, caught from behind at the 25-yard line. Coming up is Haston to save the touchdown, and that's a great effort on the defensive side to not give up on that play because it looked like Packard was going to score.
Yeah, it really did. He had that outside edge, but a great job by ALA of not giving up on the play, and they stay alive to fight.
First down, 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 28-yard line. Move the chains again. First down, number 2 for the Dinos. This drive started on the 3. Shotgun formation once again for Branch. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side. They go left to right. Pitch comes to the outside. Trying to get to the corner. There is some running room. Across the 25 to the 22-yard line. There's a flag down back at the 26. We'll see what that is. It's Johnson, the ball carrier for the Carbon Dinos. We'll see what the flag is. Holding on the Dinos.
Holding on the Dinos. That'll bring the ball back, and the down will remain first down.
So that'll be the first penalty of the 2026 season for the Carbon Dinos. Move that back. So spot foul from the 26-yard line. So that's going to bring the ball back to the, what are they going to mark it? 37, 38-yard line? 38-yard line. First down for the Dinos. They have to get to the 19.
And the Dinos really need to make sure they don't let that penalty kill the drive. Much too often that'll stall the momentum, but they've got some built. They just need to keep going with it.
Absolutely right. They start out this season with a pretty good drive. Now they get the holding penalty. See if they can overcome that. First down and a long ways to go for the Dinos. Shotgun for Branch, wants to throw. Looking between the hash marks. Almost intercepted and then falls to the ground incomplete. Nice attempt by Mendez. I thought he was going to come up with it. Kasem, it falls to the ground. It'll be second down and long for the Dinos.
Yeah, Caden Dunn turned into a defensive back right there, being able to break up the interception.
So second down for the Dinos. Said they need to get to the 19-yard line. Ball sits on the 38. So second down, 19 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. First quarter action. Going to say probably around 9 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. As we said, we have no clock. We have no scoreboard. Do our best to keep you up with it. Shotgun formation for Branch. 2 running backs to the left side. Man in motion's Timothy. Fake to Timothy. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Packard stopped behind the line. Back at the 40-yard line. A host of ALA tacklers on the play to make the stop. And it's going to be third down and about 21 for the Dinos.
And that's a great adjustment by ALA. That is almost the exact play that we just saw go for a chunky yards where they fake it to the man in motion, then hand it off up the middle. But ALA was able to adjust from that last time and make the stop.
Dinos like that offensive play, and I like it too because it gives you lots of options. It keeps the defense on their heels. That time, LA read it perfectly. Third down, 21 yards to go for the Dinos. They come to the line of scrimmage. Ball sits on the 40. Shotgun formation for Branch. Trips come to the right side. One receiver to the far side, the left side. One running back. Branch wants to throw. Looking right. Now he rolls right. Under pressure. Throws out in the flat. Ball caught at the 30. 25. Down to the 20. It's going to be close up first down, but he stepped out. They set at the 22, so he'll be short of the first down by 3. But that's a nice play by Holm. Weston got open out in the flat. Good play by Branch to right. Found him and got the big play.
Great job of getting a chunk back. It makes this fourth down much more manageable.
Yep, 4th down and 4 for the Dinos.
All right, Eagle fans, it's 4th down. Let's get loud. Let's make some noise.
Ball sitting on the 22-yard line. Carbon Dino football, first game of the season, first drive of the season for the Dinos. 4th down and 4. They are on the ALA side. Ball sitting on the 22-yard line. Dinos started this drive on the 3-yard line. It's been a good, impressive first drive. See if they can keep it going here on 4th down. Shotgun for Branch, 2 running backs in the backfield. Man in motion's Timothy. Branch wants to throw. Under pressure, rolls right, throws into the end zone. It's intercepted and then brought out to the 2-yard line, and that's where ALA will take over. Intercepted by Ober. He probably would have been better to take a knee in the end zone. Instead, he brings it out. They mark it at the 4-yard line. So it'll be first down for ALA on the turnover by the Dinos. So the Dinos start their first drive, Kaysen on the 3. ALA is going to start their first drive on the 4.
Yeah, similar situations for both teams to start. We saw Carbon really escape their own end zone, but that penalty kind of killed the drive. It stalled their momentum. They were almost able to bring it back. But a great play there by Mason Ober. I talked about him on the offensive side, but he can make some plays on the defensive side as well.
So the Dinos defense comes on the field for the first time, along with the ALA offense, led by quarterback Cooper Dupay. Shotgun formation for ALA. Ball sits on the 4, first offensive play of the season for the Eagles. Dupay is going to keep it himself. Hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he fights his way up to the 8, maybe the 9-yard. They're going to mark him on the 9. That was a nice run because it looked like he was going to get nothing. And he kept fighting, picks up 4 yards on the play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, great job from the quarterback of lowering the shoulder, driving through contact, and giving them a little more room to work with.
2nd down. Collins on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. Dupay once again in the shotgun. Long snap count. Handoff up the middle. Some running room around the left side now across the 20 to 25. That's going to be enough to move the chains and a first down as Ober picks up the first down and moves the chains. So both teams, their offense comes out in a hole and answers the bell and gets a first down.
Yeah, getting that first down, it can really change the way your offense runs for the whole game.
First down and 10 for ALA. Ball sitting on the 23, looks like 23-yard line. So 1st and 10. 2 running backs, 1 on each side. Ober, the quarterback, he gets it. Goes across the 25 to the 26, pickup of 3 on the play.
Direct snap once again to Ober for a short gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. So they're going to do that Wildcat-like direct snap to Ober once in a while. It looks like coming back in now to take over is Cooper Dupay. So we're going to see that back and forth tonight. They've already showed us that. That's going to be seen. So there's a shotgun formation for Dupay. Ober in the backfield, stands on the right side. They go right to left. Trips to the far side, near side. 1 receiver. Shotgun formation. First quarter, 0-0. Dinos had a good first drive. It stalled. And the interception in the end zone. Dupay is going to keep it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. That's going to be about it.
3rd and 8 for the Eagles.
Looked like they were trying to set up a quick pass on that far side, but Carbon was able to snuff that out, so DuPay just had to tuck it and run.
Yeah, that's good defense by the Carbon Dinos. 3rd down long, 3rd and 8. Third down, 8 yards to go. Beautiful field here at ALA. Artificial turf. Shotgun formation for DuPay. Trips coming to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Ball sits on the 25-yard line. DuPay wants to throw. Looking left, in trouble. Breaks one tackle, now rolls left, throws, has a man wide open at the 45-yard line. 50, 45, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown ALA. 20 from the 25-yard line. That is a 75-yard touchdown pass for ALA.
And that all starts with the quarterback, DuPay, who was able to break free from a couple different Dinos that made their way in the backfield. And then rolling to his left side, I could see Nick Ely waving his hand, showing that he was behind the defense. Everyone was focused on the quarterback and allowed him to get past that back line.
So a touchdown for ALA as Ely goes down the right side, the left side, for the score, and it's a 6-0 game. Haston,
Dino down on the field.
Haston on to kick the extra point. We had a Carbon Dino down on the field, back at the 20-yard line, the timeout on the field. So that was a huge play for ALA, and the Dinos have a really good first drive, but it stalls. They get the interception in the end zone. ALA answers back. They go 96 yards in 4 plays.
Yeah, just a couple plays. They had a decent-sized run to get that first down, give them some breathing room, but it looked like Carbon had them figured out for the next couple. They got them to a 3rd and medium, but a beautiful play by DuPay to break a couple tackles and find someone open in the back.
First quarter, we have no clock. As we said, the scoreboard is not functioning, so the time can't really give you an exact time. 6-0, ALA. Carbon Dino football, 95-3 the Peak, where the Dinos play. Now the Dinos prove they can move the football, so they don't need to get discouraged or anything. It's 6-0. They get the ball back. They prove they can move it. They just need to stay in their offense and do what they did on the last possession. The holding penalty did not help their drive.
Yeah, if they can just stay clean from the costly penalties, I think they've been able to move the ball very well. They were just put in a dire position after that penalty in the last drive.
We do have concessions available on the north side of the bleachers.
I cannot see the number. The Carbon Dinos being helped off the field. Looks like Derek Cripps. Walking off under his own power with a little bit of help. So 6-0 the score, ALA. Haston will be on to attempt the extra point, try to make it 7-0.
And in the last meeting these two teams had, one of the differences was ALA went only 1 for 3 on point afters and 0 for 2 on 2-point attempts, and that really changed the score quite a bit.
That's a good point. You did your research, sir. Extra point attempt now for Haston. There's the snap. The hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. Isn't it? It's good. So, in the first quarter,
that makes the score.
I'm going to guess probably about 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. That's probably close, don't you think? It's 7-0 ALA. Now the Dinos get the ball back. As we said, this is an important drive for the Carbon Dinos. You've got to keep that confidence level up.
Yeah, ALA kind of stole the momentum back. They really brought the home crowd back into this game with that drive, mainly with just that one play. So Carbon really needs to answer back to avoid leaving the momentum all on that side.
So 7-0. Back to receive the kick once again for the Carbon Dinos will be Packard along with Timothy. Haston will kick the ball away for ALA.
For the Eagles, number 1, Wesley Haston.
On the radio, Dinos going left to right on your radio dial. Trailing 7-0. We'll have scores from around the state here for you throughout the evening. Haston sets the ball up. We're ready to go here for the kickoff. So the Dinos get the ball back, trailing 7-0. First quarter action. Just joining us here on 95.3 The Peak. First game of the season for the Carbon Dinos. There's the kick, a deep kick. Packard will field it at the 1. Out to the 5, Packard to the 10, 15. Across the 20, brought down at the 22-yard line. Nice play on the kick coverage by Morley to make the stop for ALA, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dinos. A little bit better field position than they did on their first possession. First down 10.
Ball will be placed at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dinos at the 22.
So the Dinos with their second offensive possession of the game. Ball sitting on the 22 near hash mark. Dinos come to the line of scrimmage. Branch the quarterback. 3 receivers go to the far side, the near side 1. 1 running back stands next to Branch, and that would be Packard. There's the snap. Wants to throw. Out to the flat left side. Incomplete. Ball intended for Timothy. Falls to the ground. 2nd and 10 for the Dinos. Really nothing there on that play.
Yeah, just a quick screen pass attempt over to that far side, but ALA was pushing hard on those blockers, shutting down the lane for the pass.
2nd down 10 for the Dinos. $7-0 ALA. Here in the first quarter. Dinos come to the line of scrimmage. They come here, the ball on the near side going left to right. 2 receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side, 1 running back. 2 running backs stand on the right side of Branch. Shotgun formation. Handoff, whistle before the play. Dead ball.
And before the play, there is a flag on the play.
See what the call is. Dead ball. Offsides on ALA.
And it looks like we have offsides on the Eagles. That'll move the ball forward 5 yards and bring up 2nd and 5.
So it'll be 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Ball sitting on the 27-yard line. Shotgun formation for Branch. Handoff up the middle. No place to go. Johnson was hit immediately. Coming up to make that play, I believe, was
stacked up in the back.
Ober, I think.
Number 24.
Nope.
Jonah Aokovi.
Covey in the backfield. There's nothing there. It's 3rd down. And the defense for ALA on this drive looks much better.
Yeah, they definitely do. They've made some adjustments after being able to see a few of the formations Carbon came out with that first drive.
3rd down 9 for the Dinos. Shotgun once again for Branch. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Reverse to Timothy. Going around the left side. Caught back at the 15-yard line. He goes down for a loss of 8. And it's going to be 4th down. 4th and long for the Carbon Dinos. And I'm sure the punting, we got a flag. We got a flag on the field. Is that going to be a horse collar?
Flag on the
There's
play.
a chance. I wasn't able to get a good look at where he was able to grab the jersey.
I think it's going to be.
And it was Ober again in the backfield.
Yeah, he's getting in the backfield. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Against ALA. So ALA now with their 2nd penalty.
And that penalty is on the Eagles. That'll move the ball.
It is after the play, though, so it'll still be a 4th down for Carbon.
So it'll be 4th down and about 4 for the Dinos. Let's see what they do here. Ball sitting on the 29-yard line. This is going to show us how aggressive the Dinos are going to be on the offensive side of the ball. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. And if that's the case, we might see a lot of fourth down going forward for the Carbon Dinos in the 2026 season.
Yeah, and this is a very important possession because this far onto their own side of the field, if they're unable to convert, gives it in good position for ALA, so definitely an aggressive call.
Shotgun formation, 4th down 4. Let's see if they try to draw them off sides and then bring the punting team on. It's exactly what they do, and it exactly works for the Carbon Dinos. It will be a 5-yard offside penalty on ALA. Move the chains in the 1st down.
ALA has been getting a very quick jump off of the ball early in this game. That's why they've been able to get in the backfield so often. But right there, their aggressive kind of came back to bite them.
We'll move the ball forward 5 yards, and we'll make it a 1st down.
We kind of looked at each other like, man, they're going to go for it here on 4th down this early in the game. And that's okay if you have confidence in your offense, but they get them to jump to get the 1st down the easy way. 1st down and 10 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sits on the 34-yard line. Branch in the shotgun. Trips coming to the near side. Ball sits far side. Branch wants to throw. Down the right side. Has Timothy open, overthrew him. He had a step on the defender. It had have been a perfect pass, but it was possible. Just a bit overthrown. 2nd down and 10 for Carbon.
Yeah, that was a nice out route by Timothy, a deep out, and he was able to get just a step and a half off of his defender, a tight window.
Yeah, that was close.
On the coverage for the Eagles was number 25.
He comes down with that. He's probably still running. 2nd down, 10 for the Dinos. 1st quarter action. No clock, no scoreboard. We're doing the best to keep you updated on time. 2nd down for the Dinos, 10 yards to go. Branch wants to throw. Screen pass out to Packard, right side, across the 40. Brought down there. It will be 3rd down and about 4 for the Carbon Dinos. Nice defensive play out in the open field by ALA.
Yeah, Branch got hit as he released it. He was just able to get it off in time. And a nice open field tackle by Jonah Iacovi.
Yeah, Iacovi saved some yardage.
3rd down again. Let's get loud.
3rd down. Call it 5 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sitting on the 39-yard line. 7-0 ALA. 1st quarter action. Dinos break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Send trips to the far side. Ball sits on the near side. Single receiver to the near side. 1 running back. Dinos go left to right. On your radio dial. Shotgun formation. They get him to jump again. That's going to be, that might be procedure on the Dinos. Let's see.
Looks like it's on the Eagles again for encroachment. That'll be a 5-yard penalty again.
I think this is going on Carbon.
Yeah, the officials still having a conversation. It will be Carbon's penalty.
False start this time. That'll move the ball back 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Well, it'd be 3rd down 10 for the Carbon Dinos. That is the 2nd penalty of the ballgame for the Dinos for a total of 15 yards. Penalty situation for ALA. They've had 3 for 25. 3rd down 10 for the Dinos. Shotgun once again for Branch. Trips go to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Branch wants to throw. Looks between the hash marks. Has a man open to the 40 down to the 37-yard line of ALA. Move the chains on a 1st down. Nice play by the Dinos. Powell found himself open in between the hash marks, and Branch did a good job getting him the ball.
Yeah, another tight window right there from Branch, but he was able to put it right on the numbers.
1st down and 10 for the Dinos. 4th 1st down of the ball game for the Carbon Dinos. Move the chains. They are in ALA side of the field for the 2nd time in 2 possessions. 1st down 10, 36-yard line. Shotgun once again for Branch. Trips this time go to the far side. Quick pitch goes to Johnson. Tries to get to the corner on the left side. Nice block by Packard. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Picks up a couple, I believe. Depends on where they mark it. It's on the far side. It's hard to see where he went out at. I think he picked up about 3 on the play. We'll call it 3. 2nd and 7.
That was a great stiff arm over there in the backfield to be able to turn that into a gain.
Yeah. Nice block by Packard also to get Johnson to the corner. So it's going to be 2nd down, make it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Dinos. Dinos come to the line of scrimmage. Ball sits on the far hash mark. Dinos go left on the right. 3 receivers to the far side. Single receiver out wide here to the near side. Hand off. It's one of that reverse again from Packard to Timothy. He has running room. Turns it into the hash mark. Gets across the 25-yard line. Down to about the 22. It's going to be another 1st down for the Dinos. And once again, the offense moving the ball for the Carbon Dinos. They did it on the first possession. They're doing it again.
That was some great blocking there on the right side, being able to open up a gap for Timothy, and he did a great job of reading his blockers as well, knowing when to cut that one back in.
Really like the way the Dinos are getting out and making blocks, especially on those misdirection plays. They're working for the Dinos. Shotgun formation for Carbon. Ball sitting on the 24-yard line of ALA. Johnson in the backfield with Branch. Branch wants to throw, looks left, now between the hash marks, incomplete.
And the Dino pass is incomplete.
Pass was intended for Holm. Falls to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Dinos.
There was a little bit of traffic across the middle of the field. A couple Dinos and a couple Eagles around the same area where that ball was targeted.
First quarter action, 7-0 ALA. 75-yard touchdown pass to Ely, and the extra point by Haston was good, and that's where we sit 7-0. 96-yard drive for ALA to put points on the scoreboard. The Dinos with their 2nd offense possession of the game. Shotgun formation for the Dinos. Branch looks left, looking left, throws out to Johnson. Little screen pass to the 20, to the 15. 1st down, gets down inside the 10. Move the chains again for the Carbon Dinos.
And the Dino pass is complete.
Great play design right there. They were able to get the running back out in space.
Mark the ball right at the 10. 1st and goal for the Carbon Dinos. So the Dinos trying to answer back.
Be 1st and goal.
Nice drive. 2 nice drives for the Dinos. Really impressed with the offense. 1st and 10. Dinos break. Trips come to the near side. Ball sits on the far hash mark. Shotgun formation for Branch. Johnson stands behind him. Long snap count once again. Branch wants to throw. Steps into the pocket. Throws out in the flat. Caught by Packard at the 5-yard line. Pickup of 5 on the play. They got half of it on 1st down. 2nd down and 5 for the Dinos on the LA 5.
That was a great job of making that catch. The pass was low. It was at his feet, but he did a great job of hauling that one in.
Haston, one of the players in on the stop for ALA, so it'll be 2nd down and goal is the 5 for the Dinos. First quarter, not quite sure how much time. Got to be getting close to being a quarter in the books here. No scoreboard. Shotgun formation for Branch. Wants to throw. Has a man open in the end zone. Touchdown to Timothy. 5-yard touchdown pass from Branch to Timothy in the corner of the end zone. And the Dinos answer back. It's a 7-6 game.
That was a great route by Timothy. He was able to find himself all alone. He was just able to get lost out there in the end zone. And a great job by the quarterback Branch of putting it where he could get it.
Five-yard touchdown pass, and the Dinos have a nice drive. Chance to tie this ball game up. (7-6) first quarter. The snap, the kick by Timothy is up and no good.
And the Dino extra point.
Wide to the right. So the Dinos get 6 back, and it's ALA 7 and the Carbon Dinos 6. We will take a break, and when we come back, ALA gets their second chance to put more points on the board. Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
What started on a workbench in 1948 has evolved into a business that is more than a jewelry store. It's part of the fabric of Springville.
It's Duke Jewelers. Fourth-generation owner Kimberly Narupe continues the legacy of her great-grandfather Melvin Duke and father Richard Holmes. Creating an engagement ring or reimagining an heirloom, Duke's design team brings your vision to life. It's about family, craftsmanship, and memories that shine through every piece. Duke's Jewelers.
South Main Street, Springville at dukesjewelers.com.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
Mendez back to receive the kick for ALA. The Carbon Dinos cut that lead to 7-6. Dinos will kick the ball away. Shelley with the kick. Deep kick, fielded at the 10-yard line. To the 15, 20, across the 20, 25, 26-yard line. Good coverage by the Dinos. And that's where ALA will start their second offensive possession of the ball game.
Eagles.
First down for ALA. Ball sitting on the 26-yard line. They lead 7-6 here in the first quarter.
And ALA had a great result in their first drive, but it did come off of a broken play. So it'd be nice to see them get a few more smaller yardage plays to show they can do it consistently.
First down and 10 for ALA with the football. Dupay, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Ober stands next to him. Here comes the blitz. Offsides Carbon. Tried to get a jump. Caden Dunn.
Without it going, we do have a flag on the play.
Trying to be aggressive. Trying to make a play. Third penalty of the ball game for the Dinos.
The Dinos for
20.
It's a 5-yard penalty. That'll bring up 1st and 5 for the Eagles.
We'll get you some scores here after this play. Kaysen has some up for us, so we'll go around the state of Utah and take a look at scores. First week of high school football here in Utah. It's always a great opening high school football. Man in motion. Goes away from us. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go right to left. Handoff up the middle. It's over. He's got some running room. First down and more. Across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Nice run. Nice play. Move the chains and a first down for ALA.
Some great blocking again by ALA to be able to get a gap for Ober right up the middle.
First down and 10. Ball sits on the 43-yard line for ALA. Third first down of the ball game for ALA. And that is the end of the quarter, I believe. Is that what they're saying? It is. We have played one quarter. At the end of one, it's ALA 7 and the Carbon Dinos 6. Really good first quarter. Good balanced game.
After one quarter.
Dinos down 1. ALA moving the football. The ball sitting on the 43-yard line. So we got some scores from around the state there, Kaysen.
Yeah, so it looks like Kanab was able to take down Emory 47-13. UMACW took down Panguitch 27-22. Canyon View holding 13-0 over Jordan right now.
Canyon View, a team that the Dinos will face later on in the season.
And yes, for those junior high students wondering, the score is 6-7.
Manti and Pineview currently tied at 0.
So there's some scores from around the state. Emory falls short tonight. Aiden at the ball game on our sister station, KOIL 107.3 FM 750 AM, bringing you the Emory game tonight. They fall short. They go to 1. That will be the Dinos' opponent next week. So ALA comes out on the field after the end of the first quarter. We go to the second quarter, first down. Ball sitting on the 43-yard line of ALA. Shotgun formation once again for DuPay. Both offenses have looked pretty good so far. ALA started their offense before the referee started the quarter. There we go. Man in motion coming towards us. Ball sits right in the middle of the field. Trips now to the right side. Quick little screen pass out to the right side. Ball caught out there by Mendez, but a nice play by the Dinos. Maybe a yard on the play. Good defense by the Carbon Dinos. Coming up to make that stop was Anderson, senior defensive back for the Carbon Dinos. It'll be second down and 9. Pick up 1.
The Dinos did a great job of reading that screen pass and gang tackling that receiver over here on the near side.
Second down, 9. Shotgun once again for DuPay. Trips go to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go left to right. Man in motion goes back away from us. DuPay hands the ball off to Ober. Up the middle, between the hash marks. Across the 45. Fights his way to the 50. Dino territory down to the 48. That was a run of determination. He was hit, the 45-yard line? Drug the pile with him all the way to the Carbon Dino 49. Makes it a 3rd and 2. Nice play.
There's a reason Ober had over 1,000 yards rushing last season. He was able to keep his legs churning even after contact.
Yeah, you could see that in that run right there. Nice effort. 3rd down, 2 yards to go for the Eagles. They lead 7-6. Second offensive possession of the ballgame. Second quarter just underway. Fake to Ober. Wants to throw. DuPay's going to keep it. Did he get the first down? It's going to be close. That's a good defensive play by the Dinos.
And DuPay on the keeper.
Going to be close. Depends on where they mark it. Nice defensive play for the Dinos. Jace Shumway.
The yardage is good enough.
It's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, DuPay just did a great job of stretching at the end of that play to get every inch he could.
First down, number 4 in the ballgame for ALA. First down and 10 on the Carbon side of the field. Ball sits on the 47. 2 receivers the far side, 2 to the near side. 1 running back stands to the right side of DuPay. That's over. Bad snap. Dinos will get DuPay back at the 50-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3. Second down, 13. Bad snap. The Dinos were all over that. A host of Dinos in there for the loss. They're going to mark it all the way back to the 49, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 for ALA.
Yeah, it's tough to recover from a snap like that, and the Dinos did a great job of breaking through the line quickly to make sure they couldn't.
So 2nd and 14, let's see if the Dinos can get the ALA offense off the field now with that loss on first down. Trips go to the far side. Over in the backfield once again with DuPay. Shotgun formation. DuPay wants to throw. Goes straight back between the hash marks. Incomplete. The ball is intended right between the hash marks.
Incomplete.
It hit the hands of the receiver. Falls to the ground. Incomplete. 3rd down, 14.
Yeah, Saldariaga on the fingertips just couldn't quite haul it in. A little bit of contact from the Dinos to be able to force that one. Surely incomplete.
That was a good throw. Couldn't bring it in. 3rd down, 14 yards to go for the Dinos. For ALA, second quarter. 7-6 ALA. ALA comes to the line of scrimmage with 3 receivers to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Single receiver there. Shotgun for DuPay. Wants to throw. Looks right to the single receiver. He's open. Makes the catch at the 42-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down.
Wesley Haston.
But Haston comes up with the catch, but it makes it much more manageable. 4th down and a 4. Now, do you punt here and play field position? Do you go for it? No hesitation. The offense stays on the field. They're ready to go. Trips to the left side. Whistle. Timeout, Carbon. Good play. That's a good timeout by Coach Milovich, because ALA wasted no time getting set, did they?
Yeah, Coach DuPay might have already had a play in mind for if they got to a 4th and manageable So it's a good job by Carbon of making sure they have time to think about it.
Timeouts in the first half, Kaysen, different than timeouts in the second half. In the first half, you want to save those in the second half, you want to save those timeouts for the end of the game because you just never know what the situation. But in the first half, you use those timeouts for situations like this.
Yeah, anytime there's a crucial play like this 4th and 5 right near midfield, it's a good time to be able to regroup with your team, to be able to better be prepared for that upcoming play instead of trying to save them just for a run right towards the end of the half.
Absolutely. 7-6 ALA, we got a good one. We expected it to be a good one. Last few times these teams have played, they were great ones. 41-40, Carbon won here. Last year, the Dinos win at home. Carbon winning the last 2 games that these 2 teams have played. The Dinos coming back out on the field here with a 4th down and 4 for ALA. This is a very crucial play, probably the biggest play so far in the ballgame.
Yeah, and ALA has shown they do have the ability to both run and pass. Dupay back there has an accurate arm. He can hit those spots. But also you got Ober in the backfield who can always churn out a couple yards.
Ober stands to the right side, trying to get the Dinos to jump. They're going to quick kick. Dupay with the quick kick. The ball hits at the 20-yard line, bounces around, will be down at the 22, and the Dinos get the ball back, and the defense does their job. They get the ball back with a chance to take the lead with their 3rd offensive possession of the ball game. It's 7-6. The Dinos trailing ALA here in the second quarter.
Yeah, ALA tried to do the same thing Carbon did on their 4th and short, trying to get them to jump off sides, but when they didn't, they were able to keep their quarterback in there for the punt.
And
just a short one, but it does improve the field position for ALA.
Man, I almost feel like if you're only going to pick up like 15 yards on that, you might as well go for it on 4th down, don't you think? 1st down, 10 for the Dinos, shotgun for Branch. 2 receivers go to the far side. There's the snap, handoff up the middle, goes to Packard. The ball on the ground, I believe. And it's a turnover. Ball on the ground, turnover recovered by ALA. So turnover number 2 for the Carbon Dinos. So the defense does their job, and the offense gives it right back to ALA. So they have it now in good field position with turnover number 2 in the ball game for the Carbon Dinos.
Maybe Coach Dupay can see the future. Punting ended up being the right decision. They were able to get it back just to play later.
Yep, absolutely. 1st down and 10. The ball sitting on the Dino 22-yard line.
ALA was able to force 4 of those last time these 2 teams met. It looks like they're trying to do the same today.
7-6. We talked in the pregame as well about turnovers being a huge part of the ball game, especially in game number 1. Dinos with 2 turnovers, they're only down 7-6. They get a stop here, they're fine. Ober in the backfield. Direct snap to him. He'll keep it around the right side. Has some running room. Now cuts it in. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still on his feet. Man, he runs tough. Down to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And the direct snap goes to number 5.
Ober did a great job of getting out to that edge, being able to beat a couple Carbon defenders, and then coming back in. He was able to break a few tackles.
Yards after contact for Ober so far tonight has been incredible. Keeps those legs moving, picks up those hard, tough yards. 2nd down. 2 yards to go for ALA. In the red zone, ball sitting on the Carbon Dino 15-yard line. Ober in there once again. Dupay out of the lineup. Ober will keep again. This time not much. He'll be close to 1st down. He's going to be a yard short. Pickup of 2.
And that's
3rd and 1.
On the run, scampers ahead.
Daxton Mower did a good job of getting in there in the backfield. He actually led the Carbon Dinos in tackles last season.
2.
3rd down. Call it 2? Long 1 or a short 2? Third down. They come to the line of scrimmage once again. Same lineup. Same set. Ober in. Long snap count. Ober will keep again. Finds some running room. Fights his way into the... No, he's going to be short. He fumbled the ball. I believe he's down at the 1. He fumbled. They call him down at the 1-yard line.
Yes.
So it looks like when Ober is in and Dupay is out, Ober's going to carry the football. Absolutely. There's not even a hesitation.
And by taking the quarterback out of the equation, you're able to get one more blocker there on the field for Ober.
Yep. Carbon Dino down. They marked the ball on the 1-yard line. First and goal.
Yeah, Ober tried his best. He reached out as far as he could, but he was down before the ball came out, and he was short of the goal line.
Players up. Walking off under his own power. That's a good sign. Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, J.J. Rudin. He actually wanted to get back there in the huddle. He had to be pulled off to get checked out.
Let's give him a hand.
Seems to be fine, so it will be first and goal on the 1 for ALA. Trying to make this game 13-6. 7-6 lead right now here in the second quarter. Time-wise, probably guess what, about 8 minutes left to play here in the second quarter, somewhere in that area. No clock, no scoreboard. Got to get the kinks out the first game of the season. First down, goal to go for ALA, the Eagles on the 1-yard line. Shotgun formation for Ober once again. Keeps it right up the middle for the touchdown from 1 yard out. So Ober with the 1-yard touchdown run, and it's a 13-6 ALA lead.
And that entire drive after the fumble recovery was just Ober running the ball up the middle, left and right. And he himself was able to get that offense all the way into the end zone.
13-6. Haston with the extra point, the snap, the set, the kick. It's up, and it is good. So Haston, extra kick, extra point kick is good, making it 14-6. You know, you talked about extra points. The Dinos unsuccessful on theirs. ALA 2 for 2. 14-6 the score.
Yeah, and they can really make a difference. Last year, both teams had the same amount of touchdowns. What really decided the score, why there was a 3-point difference, was being able to convert on extra points and 2-point attempts after those touchdowns.
So the Dinos get the ball back, trailing one possession, 14-6. But ALA takes advantage of the turnover, the fumble, and they put it in the end zone. 22-yard drive for ALA. They lead 14-6. Just joining us here on 95.3 The Peak where the Dinos play. Sonny and Kaysen bringing you the action here from ALA, Spanish Fork. Game number 1 of the 2026 season for the Carbon Dinos. Packard, Timothy back to receive the kick for the Carbon Dinos. Haston will boot it away for ALA. So the one drive, the holding penalty killed the Dinos, and the second drive, the turnover. Basically, for the Dinos, they also had the turnover in the end zone. They've moved the ball. Here comes Timothy on the return across the 20, 25, finds some running room, 30, 35, 40 down the sidelines, 45-yard line, knocked out of bounds. They'll mark him on the 47. First down and good field position for the Carbon Dinos.
That was a great job by Timothy of reading his blockers, and a great job by the Carbon Dinos blocking here on this near side, allowing him to get a lane.
First and 10 for the Dinos. Referees are discussing something. I don't see a flag. Is there one?
There is a flag right behind where ALA is huddling.
Okay. Holding on the Dinos.
Holding on the Dinos. That'll move the ball back.
That will be penalty number 4 for the Dinos for a total of 30. So that field position will be brought back to the 35-yard line. Still decent field position for the Dinos, not where it was at.
The penalty, it'll be 1st and 10.
First down and 10 for the Dinos.
Yeah, despite the holding penalty, this is still the best starting field position they've had all day.
4 penalties, 2 turnovers for the Dinos. They trail by only 8. It's a 14-6 ball game. Shotgun formation for Branch. They go right to left. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Trips to the far side. Man in motion's Timothy. He'll get it. Route on the right side. Good defense. Pick up a run on the play.
Timothy's the ball carrier.
Coming up.
By number 2.
Make the stop.
Eiley
with the tackle. They're going to give him actually 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Again, there was some great blocking over there up front. Eiley was just able to catch him from behind.
2nd and 7 for the Dinos. 14-6 game, ALA with the lead. Dinos with the ball. Shotgun formation. 2 running backs in the backfield with Branch for the Carbon Dinos. Branch fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, throws out in the right flat, caught. First down for the Dinos across the 40 to the 45-yard line.
Branch's pass is complete number 2.
Packard with the catch.
And it looks like
it looked like there was a slight bobble there, but he was able to reel it in quick enough to get past a couple ALA defenders.
Branch looks really good throwing the ball. He's stepping up in the pocket. Accuracy's been pretty good so far. First down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 45-yard line. Branch wants to throw. Looks left. Steps up in the pocket once again. Throws between the hash marks. Incomplete, intended for Timothy. He was there, but a little bit of pressure being put on by ALA. ALA made that play hurry just a little bit more than they wanted to. Falls to the ground, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, quarterbacks have a little bit of an internal clock that tells them when they really need to get rid of the ball. And you could see that timer starting to go off in Branch's head, so he kind of rushed that. He didn't have his feet set, and that likely caused it to be a little bit off the mark.
2nd down, 10 for the Dinos. 14-6 second quarter. Once again, we have no scoreboard, so we'll just kind of guess on the time. Shotgun formation. Branch wants to throw. Looking left. Throws to Timothy, incomplete. He was double teamed that time. That would have had to have been a perfect pass. 3rd down and 10. Good coverage that time by ALA.
Yeah, a couple defenders there in coverage, and they were able to get pressure again. They were able to force him to throw off balance.
Wardle. Good coverage that time on Timothy. So it's 3rd down and 10 for the Dinos. This is a play here for the Dinos. If you have any plans on going for it on 4th down, you don't have to get it all on 3rd down. Third down, 10 for the Dinos. Trips come to the near side. Ball sits on the far hash mark. Dinos go right to left. Shotgun for Branch. Wants to throw. Out in the flat, it goes to Timothy. Breaks one tackle. Across the 45, 50. Fights his way. He'll have the first down. Continues to move the pack, and then a flag comes in late. And
the screen pass is complete.
The pile was moving, and that was a great play by Timothy to keep that pile moving. We'll see what the flag is. It's first down right now. Dinos with first down, number 8 in the ball game. Face mask, ALA.
And that flag is against the Eagles.
And that's going to move it in with the first down. Will stand and add more to it. And that's going to be a 15-yarder, so that'll be the 4th penalty on ALA for a total of 40. First down for the Dinos, just shy of the red zone. Ball sits on the 21.
And that was a great job by Timothy of making something happen. He was just the check down. The quarterback had already gone through all of his reads, and no one opened. So they throw it over to him. He's able to break the tackle, get open space, and make something happen.
Dinos need points on this drive. Got to take advantage of it. First down and 10 for the Dinos on the ALA 21. They trail 14-6. Trips to the far side. Single receiver here to the left side near us. Branch wants to throw. Looking left. Throws left. Incomplete. Packard coming out of the backfield. The ball falls to the ground. Nice defensive play by ALA. That it's over. Second down.
Beautiful coverage there by Over,
Yes.
being able to time that one up to deflect the pass.
Said Mason's name quite a bit tonight already, haven't we?
Yeah, he's a baller on both sides.
He definitely makes his presence known on the field. No doubt about that. Second down and 10 for the Dinos. Trips once again to the right side. One running back. Branch wants to throw. He'll roll right. Still looking. He'll tuck it in. Keeps it around the right side. 10-5 in the end zone. Touchdown for Carbon. 21-yard run by Branch. It's a great play by the quarterback there. He rolled out to his right. There was nothing there. He tucked it down, went down the sideline, scores. Huge play for the Dinos.
Yeah, great job by Branch of progressing through his reads and then knowing when to just tuck it and take off.
So Branch gets the Dinos in the end zone. It's a 14-12 game.
Dinos will line up for 2 here.
Dinos will go for 2. So the Carbon Dinos answer back. That was a great drive, Kason. It's exactly what the Dinos needed to do. And I'm impressed with the Dinos offense. They've had a couple of penalties, a couple of turnovers, but yet they've moved the ball.
Yeah, and on that drive, they really relied on a lot of the passing game, which isn't something we've seen a ton from Carbon in previous years.
Good point. Trips down towards us on the near side. Branch will roll that way. Looking for Packard. Instead, he finds an open receiver in the end zone for the touchdown. And we are tied at 14 as it is. Baylor Sanders, the wide receiver, gets open in the left corner of the end zone. And Branch puts it right where he needs to put it. And we are tied up at 14. We had a ball game.
Branch has been doing a good job when he rolls out of the pocket of being able to still scan the field.
Absolutely. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be a second quarter action. We're knotted up at 14. It's Carbon football on 95.3 The Peak.
Price Family Pharmacy has moved. Hi, this is Brian from Price Family Pharmacy, and we're excited to be in our new location, right next to Castleview Urgent Care on 100 North. Our new location brings exciting additions to our pharmacy, a convenient drive-through, more parking, a spacious lobby, and we still have free delivery. Our team is here to offer you great services in our new, bigger, better space. Come by and visit us, and thank you for being part of our pharmacy family.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino football. Tied at 14. There's the kick. It's a deep kick. Fielded at the 2-yard line to the 5-10. 15 across the 20. Across the 25-yard line, and that's where ALA will start their offensive possession. At the 25-yard line, first down. Mendez bringing the ball up the field. We have another penalty flag on the field. So far, penalty-wise, 4 for 40 yards on ALA, 4 for 30 yards on Carbon. So we've had 8 penalties.
And there is a face mask on Carbon, so they give one right back.
We got 4 minutes and 5
4 minutes,
remaining.
5 seconds left to play in the first half.
And that penalty went against the Dinos and brought the ball out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles from the 40.
So the Dinos now have 5 for 40 as well. So 40 yards and penalties for both teams. And it will be 1st down and 10 for ALA. The ball sits on the 40-yard line, tied at 14. We got a good one. We figured it was going to be a good one, and so far it has not let us down. Shotgun formation once again for Dupay. Hands it off to Ober. Ober goes around the left side. Can he get to the corner? Ball on the ground. Scramble for it, and the Dinos come up with it. Recovered at the 40-yard line for the Carbon Dinos, and the first turnover of the ball game comes to ALA with under 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter, and the Dinos are in business.
Yeah, and that is a costly turnover. Carbon has momentum on the offensive side after putting together a strong drive, and now they don't have to take much of a rest. They can get right back out there and try to take the lead.
Well, the momentum definitely is on the Dinos' side on the offensive side of the ball because they had a really nice drive. First down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 41-yard line. Shotgun formation once again for Branch. He's going to throw again. The Dinos finding some success in the air, but not this time. Sacked back at the 44-yard line by ALA. A nice play. So it will be 2nd down, and we'll call it about 13. But a nice penetration that time by the ALA defense to get the sack.
Yeah, Carter Crandall and Marcus Twitchell both able to run him down. This time they didn't let him get far out of the pocket.
Timeout on the field here. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. We're tied at 14 when we come back. Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
2nd down for the Dinos and 13. The quick pitch goes to the outside. No gain for the Dinos. Branch was the injured player coming into the ball game for the Dinos.
And the ball carrier
is Camden Rigby. Played quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback for the Dinos.
3rd down,
16.
14 for the Dinos.
It's 3rd and 13, Eagles.
So Rigby, the junior, stepping into the ball game for the Carbon Dinos. Shotgun formation. Trips go to the far side. Ball sits far hash mark. Single receiver comes to the near side. One running back behind Rigby. Rigby wants to throw. Goes down the right sidelines. Has Timothy. He has it at the 10-yard line. Did he stay in bounds? No, incomplete. 4th down. He made the catch,
and the pass
but out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. That was close.
Yeah,
that was a big play.
Just slightly underthrown. Timothy had to slow down for it, and he lost himself along the sideline.
4th down, 14 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. Tied at 14 here at ALA.
Fans, it's 4th down, and I can't hear you.
Pretty good crowd here at ALA today. Some construction going on at the high school. But what a beautiful field, isn't it? Shotgun formation. 4th down. Dinos going for it. Bigby wants to throw. Down the hash mark, incomplete. Just out of the reach of the intended receiver, Jaden Powell. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and ALA will take over.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
And it looked like Asher Hernandez had a jump on that ball. He just came in a tiny bit too early.
Well, Rigby can throw the ball down the field. We've just seen that. There's no doubt about that. 1st down and 10 for ALA. Ball sitting on their own 44-yard line. 2:21 left to play here in the first half. ALA will come out. Offense taking over. Dupay. Out on the field in the shotgun. One running back stands behind him. That running back is Root, Braxton Root. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Wants to throw. Under pressure. He'll go down back at the 33-yard line. Nice defensive play by the Carbon Dinos. Coming up to make that play is Andy Kiefer.
2nd down for the Eagles.
Kiefer had a strong game against them last year with 2 of his 4 sacks on the season coming against ALA.
2nd down and long now. That's a loss of 9. 2nd down, 19. Nice play. We'll say his name a lot this season.
Yeah, Kiefer, one of the strongest returning players on the Carbon Dinos on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd and long. Long snap count. Dupay wants to throw between the hash marks. Knocked down, incomplete. Nice defensive play once again for the Carbon Dinos. The defense playing good here as Maurer knocks the ball down for the Dinos. Nice play.
Yeah, beautiful read right there by one of the linebackers, able to read the quarterback's eyes, fade over to his left side, and get a hand on that ball. And that'll push it to 3rd and very long. We do have a penalty flag on the field, though.
Senior Daxton Maurer making the play. That penalty is going to go against ALA.
The penalty is against the Eagles for holding. That'll move
Holding.
back 10 yards and bring up 2nd and long.
So that'll be 5 penalties for 50 yards for ALA. So a total of 90 in the ballgame between the two. 50 for ALA, 40 for the Dinos. First game of the season.
And we got 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
Minute 15 left to play. Phipps coming to the near side. Ball sits right in the middle of the field. ALA goes left to right. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Man in motion goes away from us. Zeeley, he'll come back towards us. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Loss on the play. Loss of 3. 1, 2, 3 Carbon Dino defensive players in on the stop.
And a great job by that front line. That was definitely a passing down, so they had quite a few defensive backs pulled back, ready for any attempts downfield, leaving just a few there on the line, and they did a great job of plugging up those holes.
Leading the way on that tackle once again, Kiefer. So it will be 3rd down and long. They have to get to the Carbon 46-yard line. Ball sits on the ALA 23. Dinos can get a stop here on 3rd down with a minute, probably minute 20, clock's running, about a minute 20, probably left to play in the first half. They will get a chance, put some points on the board. Handoff up the middle, no gain. Nice defensive play, guess who? Kiefer once again.
Number 10, Braxton Root.
Timeout.
Ball carrier for a short gain.
Carbon.
Timeout, Carbon.
And just stopping the clock right there. It was
Eagles.
Not a bad idea by ALA to try to get the clock running a little bit, force Carbon to use some timeouts to limit their opportunities here at the end of the half.
Braxton Root, the ball carrier on that last play, and he ran straight into Kiefer. 4th down and long. So Dinos are going to get the ball back, barring something odd here. Believe that is Carbon's last timeout. .14 game here on 95.3 The Peak where the Dinos play. ALA started it off with a 75-yard touchdown pass play and the extra point good to take a 7-0 lead. The Dinos answered back.
The bathrooms underneath the bleachers will be closed.
But the touchdown of their own extra point no good. It was 7-6.
Which is across
And over with the touchdown in the second quarter. Haston's extra point made it 14-6. And then the Dinos. 21-yard touchdown run by Branch. The 2-point conversion, Branch to Sanders. Good. And that's where we sit right now, 14-14. ALA will punt the ball away. Good snap. Short kick will hit at the 50. It will take a bounce in favor of ALA. Continues to go all the way down to the 30, 29-yard line. So a 21-yard roll for ALA, and the Dinos will take over first down on their own 29.
29-yard line.
Great job by the punter being able to place that one and get a friendly bounce to push Carbon back and make it harder for them to score here at the end.
That short punt worked out because it hit where nobody was, and it just rolled and rolled and rolled. First down and 10 for the Dinos. And that actually is halftime. Hard when you don't have a scoreboard or a clock. But that will end the first half of play, and we had a good first half. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, both sides have been playing very close with each other. We've seen some turnovers really swing the game one way or another, but very evenly matched, and it's shaping up to be another exciting one between these teams.
Tied at 14 at the half. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
These fantastic dancers are on the...
Welcome back to Carbon Dino Football 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. We are tied at 14 here at ALA. Good game to start the season. Welcome to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. And, we expected a good game. We've got a good game. The Dinos tied at 14, and, they've had a couple of mishaps. And I thought, take away those mishaps, they played a really good first half. The offense is moving the football. The defense starting to make plays later on here in the second quarter.
Yeah, especially towards the end of the first half. Carbon was really able to get the momentum and swing it all the way back to their side, both on the offensive end and the defensive end. They were able to make a couple really nice drives there in the second quarter, and then on the defensive end, they were lights out.
Absolutely. If you take a look at stats for the Carbon Dinos, they have the 2 turnovers. They have 5 penalties for 40 yards. The run penalty stalled the drive. 2 turnovers stalled drives, but they have moved the football. They have 8 first downs in the first half. They're finding some success with that little reverse misdirection play. They're getting around the corner. And then in the second quarter, the Dinos found success in the passing game.
Yeah, they really started to utilize the air a lot more and the arm of Carter Branch. And he did a great job of leading that second touchdown drive, doing most of the work himself. With a lot of that in the air, and then the 21-yard scamper right at the end to get the touchdown. We did see him go down with injury, but hopefully it's nothing too serious, because he is a big key to this Carbon offense.
So if you take a look at scoring, we'll go down and we'll talk about the scoring, and we'll let you get your thoughts as we go down the line here. The first touchdown of the ball game, 75-yard play by Erie, a 75-yard pass. 6-0, extra point by Hashton, good 7-0, but that was a nice play. He got around the corner, he outran the defense. A big play. It turned out to be a 96-yard drive for ALA to put points on the board.
Yeah, there was just a bit of a broken play. The quarterback was able to roll out to his left side, and while he was scanning down the field, Eiley waved his hand. He made eye contact with the quarterback and was able to find himself behind that back line of the defense, and his legs did the rest of the work.
Dinos moved the ball in their first possession. They couldn't get into the end zone. The second time they got the football, they answered the bell as Branch to Timothy for a touchdown, extra 5-yard pass, extra point, no good, 7-6. But what impressed me about the Dinos, they didn't let that touchdown bother them. They stayed in their offense. They moved the ball down the field and scored a touchdown.
Yeah, things can get out of hand quick if you allow the momentum to stay on that side, but Carbon did a great job of answering.
And it looks like that was the end of the first quarter, 7-6. Then over with a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 13-6 for ALA. Hashton's extra point. Good. It was a 14-6 ball game. And a good drive by ALA, and Over doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, that was right after the fumble recovery by ALA on the first play of that Carbon drive, and Ober was able to get all 22 of them yards himself running a Wildcat formation.
That's a good point, because the Dinos did what they needed to do on the defensive side of the ball, but then the offense gave it right back to them, and ALA took advantage of it. They scored. It made it 14-6, but Branch with a 21-yard touchdown run to make it 14-12, and the pass for the 2-point conversion from Branch to Sanders in the corner of the end zone to tie the game up to 14.
Yeah, and that drive is when we really saw the arm talent from Branch being shown off. He was able to lead that drive and then scramble out to his right side, get down the sideline to get that touchdown, and then rolling out to the other side to be able to find someone in the back of the end zone to tie it up with the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, you said it in the second quarter. You made a good point. The Dinos, they live on running the ball, but they passed the ball very well tonight, especially in the second quarter. They have a rhythm throwing the ball. Branch looks great in the pocket, and the receivers are coming up with the plays to move the football for the Dinos. So the passing game, really impressive for the Dinos here in the first half.
Yeah, usually with the gun T formation, what Carbon has been known for is really relying on that running game. Last season, they just had one game with over 100 passing yards. But today it's been very strong in the air, much more than what we've seen in previous years.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the passing game going in this formation, the Dinos have something going on offense, definitely. So the score 14-14. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more of the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Your degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Utah Valley University, our open admissions and low tuition make getting started easy. Choose from online, in-person, or hybrid classes so you can keep your schedule and get real-world, hands-on experience. That means you won't just graduate with a degree, you'll graduate ready for what's next. Learn more for less. Apply today at uvu.edu.
Every generation of Castle Country has answered the call to power America. Ours just made history at the San Rafael Energy Lab right here in Orangeville. Valor Atomics safely activated the Ward 250, a waterless microreactor and a global first achieved with a workforce that lives right here. The world is watching what America can do, what Castle Country can do again. Learn more at valoratomics.com or see for yourself at their next open house.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. The Carbon Dinos and the ALA Eagles tied at 14. Now, in the second half, the Dinos have to kick off. The ALA Dinos got the ball first. So how important is to get a stop for the Dinos to start this third quarter on the defensive side of the ball?
It's very big. We saw how strong their defense was to end that first half. And if they can keep that going, if they can get a quick stop and get their offense back on the field while they're hot, it can really keep the momentum in Carbon's favor, and they can find a way to run away with it.
Yeah, about halfway through the second quarter, you've really seen the momentum switch to Carbon.
Yeah, Carbon really started to flip it there towards the end. We saw a couple turnovers early in the first half, but towards the end, their defense especially really started to lock down and be able to stop ALA.
Now, Branch went out with an injury, and Rigby came in. Not sure if Branch is going to come back or not, but we saw Rigby throw the ball as well. He can definitely throw the ball down the field. We've seen it on that drive.
Yeah, and he was put into a very tough situation, inheriting a tough situation out there on the field, so his only two attempts were both long. But if he does continue in the game, I think he does have the talent to be able to continue to run this Carbon offense. And like you said, we were able to see his arm. He definitely is able to put the ball downfield.
Now, next week, Friday night, 6:30 pregame show, kickoff 7 o'clock. We will be at Emory High School. Carbon Dinos travel again to Emory, so their opening home game will be the third game of the season. So we travel once again to Emory. Emory fell short today. They dropped 0-1.
Yeah, they did fall short against Kanab, and Carbon is really trying to get some momentum on their side, being able to take this first game of the season, really set the tone, and then going up against a rival. This game will impact the way that happens depending on the result they're able to come out with today.
Absolutely. So once again, it's halftime. The Carbon Dinos are coming out on the field. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be second half action. It's a 14-14 tie. It's Carbon Dino football right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Also Castle Country Radio Carbon on YouTube, also on the KSL app. We'll be back.
Your degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Utah Valley University, our open admissions and low tuition make getting started easy. Choose from online, in-person, or hybrid classes so you can keep your schedule and get real-world, hands-on experience. That means you won't just graduate with a degree, you'll graduate ready for what's next. Learn more for less. Apply today at uvu.edu.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Dexter Packard. I wear number 2.
My name is Alan Bueno. I'm number 57.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Ready for second half action. The Dinos will kick the ball away. Dinos will go left to right on your radio dial. Dinos are all lined up and ready to go. We're waiting for ALA to take the field, and here they come. We're ready to go. Tied at 14 here at halftime.
All right, back for the Eagles. Number 8, Dominic Mendez. Number 32, Tyler Salaraga.
Here we go.
The Dinos will kick off to start the second half.
Dinos and ALA. Once again, a good game. Jason, we figured it was going to be a good game. It hasn't let us down. Tied at 14. Can't get no closer, can we?
Yeah, it's definitely been very back and forth. The momentum has swung to each side, and this first possession is going to be a very big tell of the second half.
So Dinos will kick the ball away. Chili with the kick. Fielded at the 10-yard line. To the 15, to the 20. Here comes ALA. 22-yard line and brought down. Nice coverage by the Carbon Dinos. Dinos are hitting hard tonight.
Yeah, great job of really laying the ALA returner back. It almost even looked like they pushed his own blocker into him.
Making the stop is Donaldson for the Carbon Dinos, and it'll be 1st and 10 for ALA. Tied at 14, start of the third quarter.
And their offense really fizzled out there towards the end of the first half, so it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they made to try to get something going here early in the second half.
Dupay, the quarterback. Ober stands next to him. Trips go to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Man in motion comes towards us. To the near side. Here's that little reverse play around the corner. It's worked good for Carbon. Here's a pickup of about 4, probably 5. Actually, about 6. That's a positive play, and that's a good play.
That'll bring up
second down.
Plenty of speed there from Saldarraga, being able to get that outside edge.
We have some running backs in this game. If they get to the corner, they can do some damage. No doubt about that. Shotgun formation, same set. Trips again to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark once again. Right to left they go. Eagles with the football. Tied at 14. Carbon Dino football, 95-3 the Peak. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Great defensive play. Guess who? Once again, it's Kiefer.
That's the second low snap we've seen today from ALA, and it makes it really tough to recover. But with that jump off the ball from Kiefer, I don't think he was going anywhere even with a good snap.
Well, if you have a bad snap and it's slow in the backfield, Kiefer's going to get there. There's no doubt. I mean, he's going to get there. And that's happened several times tonight. He's been there every time it's happened. Third down and about 8 for ALA. Shotgun formation once again for Dupay. Man in motion comes towards us. Dupay wants to throw. Looking down the sidelines left. Almost intercepted. The receiver never turned around. Didn't know it was coming. And a nice try for Carbon. Almost coming up with the interception down on the side right in front of the ALA bench. It falls to the ground. Incomplete, fourth down.
Yeah, definitely a miscommunication there on the ALA side. The receiver hadn't even turned his head around. He wasn't expecting a pass. Maybe trying to get out there to block for a run. And almost a great diving play by Carbon.
There's the snap and the kick. End over end. Fielded at the 43-yard line and nowhere to go. That's a great coverage on the punt for ALA. And the Dinos will start on the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Asher Hernandez was right there waiting. And he was able to get there soon after that ball had landed in the arms.
Anderson had nowhere to go. First down and 10 for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sitting on the 43-yard line. Tied at 14, third quarter.
43-yard line.
And again, the Dino defense did a great job of holding ALA to almost nothing on the first drive out of the half.
First and 10 for the Dinos. Handoff up the middle. Johnson picks up nothing. It'll be second down. Nice defensive play. Would be in at quarterback for the Carbon Dinos.
And we got a little bit of a sneak peek, just a couple plays from him towards the end of the first half. It'll be interesting to see if they still go more with the passing game or if they fade more to the run now.
So Rigby starts the second half for the Carbon Dinos. Junior quarterback also plays defensive back. Shotgun formation for the Dinos. Handoff up the middle. Johnson again. Finds some running room this time. Fights his way across the 45 close to midfield. It's going to be third down and about 3 for the Dinos.
Drop down right around the 50.
Great job of running through contact. He made sure to get a couple more yards.
Please stay off the track.
Third down, mark the ball at the 49-yard line, so we'll call it third and a long 4 for the Carbon Dinos.
And we have a 3rd and 4 for the Dinos. Eagle fans,
break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers go to the far side. Near side here towards us, 1 single receiver, 1 running back stands behind Rigby. Man in motions, Packard comes towards us to the near side. Rigby. Reverse to Timothy. Timothy turns it between the hash marks, fights his way close to the first down marker. I'm thinking if he didn't get this, we're going to see the Dinos go for it on fourth because it's less than a yard.
Yeah, no-brainer right here for the Dinos. They just need inches to be able to move it across, and even if they don't, it's still not giving up much field position.
That was a nice play by Timothy. He turned it inside. There was nothing outside. He turned it inside between the hash marks, picked up a manageable enough fourth down for the Dinos to keep this drive alive. 14-14 the score here, third quarter. Opening game of the 2026 football season for the Dinos on the road. We'll be on the road again next week against Emory. Rigby goes under center. I believe it's the first time we've seen that. Handoff up the middle. Johnson fights his way across the 47 or the 45 yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
And a few ALA players were able to make it into the backfield, but he was just too quick getting up the middle to be able to get enough for that first down.
First down for the Carbon Dinos. Ball sits on the 46-yard line of ALA. Dinos looking for a lead. Looking for their first lead of the game. Tied at 14 right now. Shotgun for Rigby. Trips go to the far side. They go left to right on your dial. Rigby wants to throw. He looks that way. Finds an open man. Incomplete. Through the hands of Sanders. That was not an easy catch. A little bit high. Did his best to go up and try to get it. Falls to the ground. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
And Rigby's feet were moving while he was trying to throw that ball. Kind of hurried himself up a little bit, and it made him throw it just out of the reach of the receiver.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for the Dinos. Shotgun formation once again for Rigby. 2 receivers both sides. Handoff goes to Packard up the middle. Across the 45 or the 44, pickup of 2 maybe. Good defensive play that time by ALA. Make it 3rd down and 8. Over in on the stop.
Yeah, this time ALA did a great job of just closing up those gaps and making it so there was no running lane.
Turanian also on the stop. So 3rd down, we'll call it a 9. Call it 9 for the Carbon Dinos. Long 8 or a short 9. Shotgun formation. Trips come to the near side. Rigby looks that way. There's the snap. Looks that way again. Throws between the hash marks. Crossed by Timothy. First down, 30, 20. Down the sidelines, 10, 5. Will score. And the Dinos take the lead.
And the reception is made by number 20.
Beautiful pass right there. Put it right on the money. Timothy was coming across the field, had an in route, and he was able to catch that one in stride.
43-yard pass from Rigby to Timothy. Extra point attempt now for the Carbon Dinos, and the Dinos lead for the first time in the ballgame, 20-14. That play was well executed by the Carbon Dinos. Extra point attempt for the Carbon Dinos. Timothy will try it. Rigby will put the ball down. There's the snap, the kick, it's up, and it is good.
And the Dino extra point is good. With the Dino touch.
So, the extra point makes it the Carbon Dinos 21 and ALA 14. When we come back, the Dinos kick off to ALA.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Welcome to Emory and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emory and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Shelley will kick the ball off deep Ball fumbled at the 5-yard line, picked up at the 10. 15 for ALA. They got some running room. They get to the outside, cross the 20, 25, and brought down. 1st and 10 for ALA. They'll start on their own 25. You always hate when you see those fumbles. Sometimes the kick coverage outruns it. And you almost just seen it right there.
Yeah, that was a great job of recovering by ALA. Almost another mishap.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball sits on the 25-yard line. Carbon up 21-14. 3rd quarter. First down and 10. Ober will be in the backfield. Every time we've seen this, I believe he has kept the ball himself. I don't think we've seen anything else out of this formation, have we?
Not yet, but I think he has faked a handoff.
He's going to keep it again. Finds running room up the middle. Across the 30, 32-yard line. Good pickup of 5. 2nd down.
Gain of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Pick up 5 on 1st down. That's successful.
Yeah, Ober does a great job of finding running lanes. Even when they're small, he's able to fit through those gaps.
2nd down, 5 yards to go for ALA. Carbon Dino Football, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Castle Country Radio, Carbon on YouTube. Also on KSL. Shotgun formation, there's the snap. He's going to keep it again. This time there's not much, maybe a yard. Host of Carbon Dino defenders in on the stop. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll give him maybe 2.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 for ALA.
Yeah, and as long as Carbon is able to plug up those gaps, we've seen him show quite a bit more pressure before the snap. And if they can plug up those gaps, it'll make it a lot tougher for Ober to get a few yards up the middle.
3rd down. Trips come to the near side. Single over the right side. Ball sits right in the middle between the hash marks. Shotgun formation. Dupay looks both ways. Long snap count. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's procedure on ALA. That play never... It just didn't seem like ALA knew what was going on, did they?
Yeah, the receivers were on a completely different page from the rest of the team.
6 penalties for 55 yards. Now it's 3rd and 7. That could be a huge penalty right here now. It's a big play in this ball game. 3rd down, 7. Ball sits on the 30. Shotgun once again for Dupay. Same formation. Trips coming to the near side. He looks that way. Once again, a long snap count. Still waiting. There's the snap. Dupay wants to throw. Under pressure. Rushed out of the pocket. Breaks 1 tackle. He won't break the 2nd one, and he goes down. Sack for the Carbon Dinos.
Taken down. That'll bring up 4th down.
I believe it was Maurer again.
Yeah, Kiefer got pressure in there early. Great coverage downfield to make sure nothing was open. And while he tried to escape, Maurer was able to bring him down to end that drive.
Yeah, he definitely had some time to throw the football. There was nobody open. So good coverage, good pass rush by the Carbon Dinos. They'll get the ball back. That was a huge play for Carbon. There's the snap and the kick. It's a good one. Fielded at the 40-yard line on the run to the 47-yard line, and a nice open field tackle by ALA, but the Dinos have good field position. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line.
Timothy, and he's taken down by number 10, Braxton Root.
Timothy covered a lot of ground to catch that ball on the run, and if he got past that initial tackle, he had some green grass.
Yeah, it was great coverage by Braxton Root just to be able to wrap his legs up just in time, or Timothy might have had some room to work with.
1st and 10, ball sits on their own 46-yard line for the Carbon Dinos. 2 running backs in the backfield with quarterback Rigby. Man in motions. Timothy comes towards us. Rigby has the ball up the middle to Packard. finds some running room across the 45, 50, fights his way to the 48-yard line of ALA, and that turns out to be a good 5-yard run. The Dinos, I tell you what, they are playing hard tonight.
Yeah, that took 5 different ALA defenders to be able to get him to the ground.
49-yard line of ALA, second down 5. Third quarter, 21-14 Dinos. Get you time as soon as somebody relays it up here to us. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Pitch out to the right side. It's Johnson. Across the 45, runs over a defender. A flag comes in late. Out to the 43-yard line. I think it's enough for a first down, but let's see what the flag is. That flag came flying in.
Ball carrier is taken down. We do have a flag on the play.
Not quite sure what that penalty could be.
Yeah, and the flag did come in around the time the tackle was being made.
Down on the field. Timeout.
See what we got. Dead ball. Personal foul penalty on the Carbon Dinos. That's going to be 15 yards. That's a huge penalty.
Yeah,
that's going to be 6 penalties for 55 yards now for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, and that one can really hurt. We saw a 10-yard penalty derail their first drive of the game. And with the momentum they had going, that 15-yard penalty can really hurt.
And we have 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play.
So the Dinos walking off under his own power. Dawson Johnson. So it's a good sign to see those boys walk off without any help.
Yeah, and that one did look like it was just a cramp in his calf. Looked like they were trying to stretch it out before they got him up to walk off.
So the referees are still talking about how they're going to mark this penalty off. And there it goes. 15 yards back from the 43-yard line is where it will go. Take it back all the way back to the 41-yard line of Carbon.
When action resumes, the ball's been moved back to the 41-yard line.
Now that should be a first down because they got the first down and then it was a dead ball penalty. So it should be first down, and it will be. It will be 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line.
After the play, we have a first down.
Picking up that first down and then the dead ball penalty. The penalty comes after the play, so it's first down. 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line for the Carbon Dino. Shotgun formation. Wants to throw. Rigby down the sidelines, left side, overthrew everybody, but that's okay. He was covered. The receiver out there, Holm, was covered. You know what? Throw that ball where nobody can get it. 2nd down and 10. That's a good play.
Yeah, not bad to just be able to throw it away and start again on the next play rather than trying to force something.
Got a 21-14 lead here in the third quarter. You don't need to force a play. 2nd down and 10 for the Dinos. Branch played in the first half. He played really well. Rigby's come in. He's playing really well. There's a reverse to Timothy. Gets around the corner. 45, 40, first down. Move the chains for the Dinos. I think we said just a few minutes ago, we have some running backs in this football game on both teams. If they can get to the corner, they can do some damage, and Timothy did there. Move the chains and a first down for the Dinos.
Yeah, Timothy has plenty of speed, and by using that misdirection, they were really able to get him to the edge.
1st and 10. Ball sits on the ALA 44. Dinos up 21-14, trying to add. Trips to the left side, the far side of the field. Rigby wants to go that way. Throws out in the flat, overthrown his intended receiver home. There really wasn't much there, and that's another one of those plays where you throw it away and you just take that play and you go to the 2nd down, and that's a good play. 2nd and 10 for the Dinos.
Yeah, they tried running a quick screen to that far side, but ALA really blew that one up. We saw a pump fake from Rigby, and then he made the smart decision of just throwing it out of bounds.
Yep. 2nd down 10. Dinos break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage up by 7, 21-14 here in the third. Dinos have beat ALA 2 straight years, trying to make it 3. Man in motion. Timothy, they'll give it to Packard. Turns it inside off the block of Timothy and finds some running room to the 38. Moves the pile down to the 37-yard line? It's going to make it third down.
That was a great job of following his blockers. He was able to see there was a lane there in the middle to cut it in instead of trying to make it to the outside.
3rd and 4.
Eagles fans, it's third down. Let's make some noise.
The Dinos are moving the pile. They're getting a lot of yards after contact tonight. I'm really impressed with the yardage after contact for the Carbon Dinos. 3rd down, 4 yards to go for the Dinos. Shotgun formation. Rigby has trips to the left side. Quick pitch goes to that side. Trying to cut the corner. No way. Got brought down at the 40 by Ober. Nice play by Ober. Patton tried to get to the corner. Couldn't do it. It's going to be 4th down. We'll call it 6 for the Dinos. What do you do here? Kind of no man's land here. You're on the 41. Do you play field position? Do you go for it here?
I think they're going to want to go for it here. Yep. They want to try to put this one out of reach for ALA.
4th and 6 for the Dinos on the ALA 41-yard line. Rigby comes to the huddle. They're going to go for it. Dinos break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. Huge play in the game. 21-14. Dinos lead here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Trips to the near side. Wants to throw. Throws that way to Timothy. Does he come up with it? No, it's incomplete, and the ball goes over on downs. Timothy made a great effort to try to get to it. Ball hung a little bit. Couldn't get to it. 4th down, unsuccessful. ALA will take over on their own 41-yard line.
And they still didn't give up that good of field position by missing that 4th down.
So ALA starts with the ball on the 41-yard line of ALA, trailing 21-14. So ALA defense rises to the occasion. They needed a stop there, and they got it. Keeps this game a one-possession game. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Trips come to the near side. Ball sits far hash mark. They go right to left on your dial. Handoff up the middle to Ober. Has running room. 45, 50, 35. Turns on the speed down to the Carbon 38-yard line. Move the chains and a 1st down.
If they can get Ober room to work with, he can make stuff happen right there. Able to find a crease and really turn on the Jets to get quite a chunk of yardage.
1st down for ALA, and the ball sitting on the Carbon 38-yard line. You're absolutely right. When he turned on the Jets there, man, he covered some ground quickly. Then he got into the secondary. Dupay finds an open man over the middle of 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Nick Ely with the catch and the score. It's a 21-20 game.
Again, Eiley was able to find himself some space. That was a beautiful play fake there by ALA. They had Carbon thinking it was a run, and Eiley was able to go up the middle, get past the linebackers, past that last line of defense, and a beautiful pass got him right in stride to finish it off.
Eiley with the catch. There's the snap, the set down. The kick is up. The kick is good, and we're tied at 21.
And Wesley Hasson's extra point is up and good.
That's a good way to get the momentum back on their side. It only took 2 plays for them to move about 60 yards downfield.
Eiley found a wide open gap between the hash marks, and Dupay put it right on the money. That might be one of the easiest pass plays for a touchdown you'll see Well executed by ALA, and we're tied at 21. Now can the Dinos answer back here in the third quarter? Good way to start the season. What a game. We'll get you some scores from around the state here in a few minutes. The Carbon Dinos will play Emory next week. Emory fell short today. They dropped to 0-1. That game was on our sister station, KOAL 107.3 FM 750 AM Aiden. Down there doing that game for you at Emory High School. They fell short. They're 0-1. The Dinos trying to go 1-0 and travel to Emory next week. But this game is knotted up at 21. We got a good one. Timothy back to receive the kick for the Carbon Dinos. There's the kick. It's a deep kick. That will go in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Dinos will take it on the 20. First down. Nice kick. That's a good weapon in high school. If you have somebody that can kick the ball into the end zone, 20-yard line, you got an 80-yard drive every time you do it. Once that ball passes the goal line, it automatically comes to the 20. You can't return it. So that's a good weapon to have. Once again, the kicking game. We talked about that off air.
Yeah, kicker, one of the most underrated positions out
Absolutely.
there on the field.
Yep. First down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 20. Rigby in the shotgun for the Dinos. Fumble. Picked up in the backfield by Johnson, and he'll go down back at the 14-yard line. Big loss on the play of 6 yards. Second down, 16 to go for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, and that's tough. It was just slightly offline, and Rigby might have taken his eyes off of it. A great reaction, though, there in the backfield to be able to make sure nothing worse happened because ALA was in there quick.
Yeah, you can sense the swing in favor of the Eagles. You're seeing it here at home. You can feel it. Second down, 16. The Dinos need a play, and I believe that's the end of the quarter. It is. So we've played 3. And we've got a good one here at ALA. The score, Carbon 21 and ALA 21. We'll take a break. When we come back, fourth quarter action.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Diagnostics?
Check.
Transmissions?
Check.
Oil changes?
Check. Check's Auto Repair. Honest, affordable, and customer focused. Check's Auto Repair is new to the community, from diagnostics to engine repairs or any other service.
You get a flat hourly labor rate with no hidden fees.
771 East Main Street in Price. Follow Check's Auto Repair on Facebook. Call 630-6699. Check engine light?
Take it to Check's.
Welcome back. We start the fourth quarter with a 21-21 game. Dinos with the football. Almost said basketball. Caught myself. It's hard to believe it's football season. It came so quickly. Shotgun formation, wants to throw, looking down the field, has a man, incomplete. Some contact, and here comes the flag. That's a good call.
And the pass is
Ball was intended for Packard.
Yeah, the defender did not get his head around. He just interfered with the attempt at making the catch. It will be a pass interference against ALA. And a great job by Carbon to be able to recover from that near disaster.
High school football, 15-yard penalty on the pass interference from the line of scrimmage.
Eagles for pass interference. That'll move the ball.
That's going to put it just shy of the 30-yard line. It will not be a first down. Do you like that rule?
I think it depends on the situation. It is kind of nice to be able to know exactly where it's going to happen. No discretion on where the flag is thrown.
Right. Second down, 1 for the Dinos. Coming off the penalty. Rigby wants to throw again. Out in the flat, incomplete.
And that pass is incomplete.
Had a man. Couldn't come up with it. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
There was a tiny bit of pressure there in the backfield, but for the most part, Carbon has done a great job at keeping that pocket clean for their quarterbacks.
It's the 4th quarter. It's the first game of the year.
3rd down, 1, 4th quarter. You heard the PA announcer just say that. It's the 4th quarter. 3rd down, 1. (21-21) ball game. Shotgun formation.
And we got a timeout, ALA.
Timeout, ALA. That's their first. 3rd down, 1 for the Dinos. Barring a loss of yardage, probably only needing what they need. Think this is 2-down territory?
I think it might be, with it being
All right, let's hear it
such a short distance. If they only need 1 yard in 2 plays, and I think Carbon has the ability to do that, especially with what we've seen from the offense today. So if they're able to get that, they can really work their way down the field and run the clock out as well.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. Dinos on the field. They'll go into a shotgun formation, it looks like. Rigby, the quarterback. 3rd down and 1. Last time they had 3rd and short, they went under center. Let's see if they remain in the shotgun here on 3rd and 1. They do. Couple trips to the far side. Shotgun formation. Handoff. Second man through. Close to the first down, but he didn't make it. That's a good defensive play.
Yeah, great
Jackson
job.
Root stops him short. It's going to be 4th down and 1. Now, we talked about this. We thought, would it be 2-down territory? Let's see. The ball is sitting on the 29-yard line. Looks like the punting team's coming on. They're going to punt the ball away.
Yeah, it's a tough call right there with that short a distance, but with the way ALA was able to stop their previous play, it might be worth it to play the field position battle and trust your defense at this point in the game.
The Dinos will punt the ball. 4th and 1, ball on the 29-yard line. There's the snap. Kick is away. It's a good kick. It's going to hit at the 35, bounce to the 28-yard line, fielded there at the 30, across the 30 to 33-yard line. I thought I saw a face mask. I did. The flag comes in. That's going to be a 15 yards added on to that. Fernandez got his face mask grabbed, and it will be 15 yards from the spot, which is the 33-yard line. So it's going to move it up to the 48-yard line for ALA.
21-21, and we have
And that puts them in good position. They're already right near midfield.
penalty is on the Dinos for a face mask. That'll move the ball forward for our Eagles.
So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 48.
Will be Eagles ball 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Game is tied at 21. Dinos actually have 21-14 lead in this ball game. Both teams have answered back when a team has scored. The offensive has answered back. That's why we're sitting at a 21-21 tie right now. 1st down, 48-yard line, their own 48. I'm not quite sure what.
And the Eagles offense takes over first and
Talking about there, but
yard line.
referee says let's play ball. First down and 10 on the 48-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. ALA goes left to right.
And it's tough without a scoreboard, but this is when the clock management really starts to become important in the game.
You take little things like a scoreboard for granted, don't you? It's been kind of rough tonight with that one. Shotgun formation, man in motion goes away from us. Whistle. Procedure.
Before the snap, we got a flag.
5-yard penalty. False start.
That'll move the ball back 5 yards, bring it first and 15.
False start will make it 8 penalties for 75 yards on ALA. The Dinos have 7 for 70. It's pretty much even in the penalty situation,
and that
yardage-wise.
That penalty does hurt, but usually it's a little bit easier to overcome right when it happens at the start of the drive instead of when it shuts down the momentum right in the middle.
First and 15, 2 receivers both sides. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Left to right goes ALA. 21-21 ball game. Dupay, the quarterback. Hands it off to Ober. No, ball knocked away and incomplete. That was a nice fake. Then threw the ball out into the flat, but it was knocked away. Good play by the Dino defense. Second down, 15.
Yeah, Jay Shumway getting pressure in there and able to get his hands up just in time to deflect that pass.
Second down, 15 yards to go. Dino's defensive line has played well tonight.
Yeah, they've done a great job at really putting a lot of pressure on the ALA quarterback and also being able to get into the backfield every time there's a run. There's at least one white jersey back there.
Dupay, the quarterback. Ober stands on his left side. Trips go to the left side as well. Single receiver to the right. They come to the left side. Man in motion now goes back. Handoff up the middle. Ober finds running room. Cross the 50 into Dino territory of the 47-yard line. Third down and manageable now with that good run by Ober. It's going to make it, third down? We'll call it 7? Third down, 7.
Anytime they're able to open up a crease on that front line, Ober has been able to find it. He's had great vision from the backfield.
Third down, 7. Closer to 6, I think. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Wants to go left. Now rushed out of the pocket. Has some running room. Have the first down across the 40. Stuck his head down. Knew where the first down marker was, and he got to it. That's a good play. First and 10.
Beautiful design there from Coach Dupay, pulling a quarterback draw out of the hat, making it look like it's going to be a pass play, but letting the quarterback take off a run, and he had plenty of room.
Got an injured ALA player, and we'll take a break. It's 21-21 here in the fourth quarter. Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Don's Hometown Insurance and Price is ranked #1 on Google reviews. Proof that real people value real hometown customer service. We're honored to set the standard, helping you find the right coverage with a caring local touch. Join your neighbors who count on Don's Hometown Insurance for friendly expertise and genuine support. Stop by or call us today at 637-3344. Experience the hometown difference everyone is talking about. Don's Hometown Insurance, where you always come first.
Imagine stepping foot into your dream home. The scent of fresh paint and the feel of plush carpet under your feet. Hi, this is Greg at the Driggs Mortgage Team. We make that dream come to life with our expert guidance and personalized financing solutions. Now closer to you at our new location in 23 South Carbon Avenue, Suite 21 in Price, because when it comes to financing your home, there's simply no substitute for experience.
What started on a workbench in 1948 has evolved into a business that is more than a jewelry store. It's part of the fabric of Springville.
It's Duke Jewelers. Fourth generation owner Kimberly Narupe continues the legacy of her great-grandfather Melvin Duke and father Richard Holmes. Creating an engagement ring or reimagining an heirloom, Duke's design team brings your vision to life. It's about family, craftsmanship, and memories that shine through every piece. Duke's Jewelers.
South Main Street, Springville at dukesjewelers.com.
Welcome back. First down and 10 for ALA. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Man in motion comes towards us. Throws out to his right. Wants to throw. Looks downfield. Incomplete. Ball just a little bit low. Out of the receiver's reach. It'll be a second down and 10.
Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that was a designed rollout to the right side. It puts them away from Kiefer, so he has to try to chase from the backside. The throw just a little bit low.
Don't go away after the game. Cache Valley Bank post-game show. Stay with us after the game. We got a good one going on. 21-21 the score. Second down, 10 for ALA.
And they did announce 9 minutes, 9 seconds left in the game.
Shotgun formation, man in motion comes towards us. They give it to the man in motion, but the Dinos are there. That is a great defensive play by the Carbon Dinos. It's going to be a loss on the play.
And the Eagle ball carriers drop for a short loss. That'll make it third.
It's going to be third down.
13 for the Eagles.
That looked like it was supposed to be some kind of read option, but it was a late decision by the quarterback.
Shumway. Great tackle. Third down, 12 yards to go for ALA. Tied at 21, huge play. Break the huddle and come to the line of scrimmage. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go left to right. Trips go to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Ober stands to the left side of Dupay, the quarterback. There's the snap. Wants to throw. Out of the pocket. Keeps it himself. Across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. Fourth down.
For Dupay, the ball carrier moves the ball ahead for a gain of about 7 yards. Bring up.
Again, really quick pressure on the backside from Kiefer. Dupay just has to tuck it and run, but it does make it much more manageable here.
Secord on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. Fourth down. We'll call it 6. Break the huddle. Another big play. Going for it on fourth down. Shotgun once again. Ober on the right side this side. Trips to the left side. Long snap count. A 4th and 1 better than a 4th and 6, right? Trying to get the Dinos to jump off. We're going to do that little quick kick again. They will. They step back into the quick kick. Dinos filled it at the 10-yard line to the, 13-yard line. The Dinos will take over. First down.
The ball carrier takes it for a short gain. Number 32, Tyler Salaraga on the tackle.
So you really don't.
Ball, 1st and 10.
You pick up, 15 yards on that little quick kick? Probably. Playing field position.
Yeah, after the defense able to get the stop there the last time out, it seems he's showing faith in them to get one more stop.
8 minutes left to play here in the ballgame. Tied at 21. One of the coaches for ALA has done an incredible job going back and forth and telling us the time with no scoreboard. Fumble picked up by Johnson. Does he get around the corner? Almost did. Just couldn't quite. No gain. Second down and 10.
Nick Eiley.
Eiley with the stop.
That's twice now, just recently, that the Carbon Dinos have had a misplay on the snap. Both times they've been able to avoid anything drastic happening.
Second down, 10. Ball sits on the 18-yard line. Shotgun formation once again for the Dinos. Handoff goes to Timothy, and he's stopped in the backfield for a loss by Ober.
taken down for a
It's
short loss.
It's a loss of about 5. It's going to make it 3rd and 15.
A lot of misdirection there from Carbon, but ALA did a great job of finding where the ball was.
Right. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Huge play in the ball game for field position. Rigby goes to the sideline, gets the play, comes into the huddle for the Carbon Dinos. They break the huddle. Ball sits on the 13-yard line. Dinos come to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the far side. Dinos go right to left. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Wants to throw. Looks. Down the seam, and it's incomplete. 4th down.
Just barely past the outstretched arm of Caden Dunn, but there was nice coverage by LA. They made that one really tough. Even if it was on target, there were multiple Eagle defenders there to make a play on the ball.
The Dinos have to put the ball deep. Back to receive the punt is Hernandez.
Remaining in the 4th quarter of play.
So Hernandez will be back to receive the kick. There's the snap. Low kick. Bounces at the 40. Goes to the 50. Goes into ALA territory all the way down to the 47-yard line. So that kick ends up rolling and turns out to be a pretty positive kick for the Carbon Dinos. So ALA will start on their own 47-yard line here in the 4th quarter, tied at 21. I think we're going to see some Ober carrying the football on this possession. What do you think?
Yeah, we haven't seen it very much in these last couple drives, but I think they go back to it. Ober has done a great job on the ground. He can find those gaps. He runs hard. He runs through contact, and I think right now they can use him to churn out some yards, work their way down the field.
4th quarter, tied at 21. Every time these two teams take the field, it's always good. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Ober stands on the right side of them. They go left to right on your radio dial. Man in motion goes away from us. Dupay gives it off to Ober. He'll go nowhere. In fact, he'll lose 2 yards. A nice defensive play by the Dinos. Maurer coming in to make the stop.
For the Eagles.
Maurer again, he's been doing a great job on the defensive end, and he was able to get in the backfield quickly. Make sure Ober couldn't go anywhere.
2nd down, 12. He plays that linebacker position. He gets to the ball so quickly. Shotgun formation. Dupay wants to throw. He's under pressure. He'll go down. Back at the 37-yard line. Kiefer once again, once again on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. Big play. Kiefer once again. We continue to say his name.
Yeah, and that play took too long to develop for ALA, and Kiefer is just so quick off of that right edge. He was able to get back there in no time at all. And those are always the worst as a quarterback. You can't tell they're coming. That's why they call it the blind side. It makes it a lot harder for you to be able to read the play.
Kiefer's had quite the game. 3rd down and long. 3rd down 20. Shotgun formation for Dupay. Quick screen out to the right side. Caught, but no gain. Dinos are there to put a stop to that play quickly. As Haston made the catch, but there was just nowhere to go. And it's going to be 4th down and 18 yards to go for ALA. And I think we're going to see the punting team come on. It looks like we will. Haston steps back. He'll do the punting duties, and the Dinos need to get somebody back on.
And we got 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
And it will be Timothy. Timothy will stand on the 20-yard line. There's the snap. There's the kick. Just got it away. Almost blocked Bounces on the 35, rolls out of bounds. Dinos will get the ball
Right around the 30-yard line. Be first and
on the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Carbon Dinos.
There was plenty of pressure there on that punt. The Dinos just about able to get a block.
They just about got to it. 1st down and 10 for the Dinos. Tied at 21 here late in the 4th quarter.
Here in the 4th quarter, both of these defenses have really been able to stand strong, and they've been able to limit the offenses.
The offenses were kind of controlling the game, but you're right. Here in the 4th quarter, the defenses, both teams have made plays when they've needed to make plays. Now it's like whoever can make the big offensive play first might win this game. Dinos with the football. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Trips to the far side. Wants to throw that way. Has a man open. It's Timothy. 40, 35, 30 down to the 27-yard line. 1st down for the Dinos.
And the Dino pass is
Big play. Timothy with the great catch and a beautiful throw by Rigby. Right on the money.
We've seen that Rigby has an arm, and right there, that was a beautiful pass. Found him deep along the sideline. Was able to get it past the last line of defense.
I just said before that play, the team that makes the big offensive play might win this game. That might be it right there. 1st down and 10 for the Dinos. Ball sits on the 27-yard line. Shotgun formation for Rigby. On the far hash mark, here's the pitch to Johnson. Trying to get to the corner. He does. Picks up a few. Maybe 2 to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Short gain.
Not much there that time. Good pursuit that time by the ALA defense.
Yeah, ALA did a great job of stringing that one out, being able to push it horizontally. The longer they're able to get them to run side to side, the less of a chance that play is to be successful.
Mark the ball at the 27, so actually a gain of 1, 2nd down 9. Trips go to the far side for the Dinos. The ball sits on the near hash mark. Dinos are going right to left. 2 running backs back in the backfield with Rigby. Fakes to Johnson. Throws over the middle, incomplete, over through his intended receiver, Baylor Sanders. 3rd down and 10 for the Dinos.
Maybe a slight miscommunication on the route right there. It looked like Sanders was cutting in, but the throw went instead deep and a little bit out.
3rd down and a long 9, let's call it, for the Carbon Dinos.
We got 4:12 remaining. It's
4:12 left to play. 4:12 left to play in the ball game. Shotgun formation once again for the Dinos. Rigby wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Has time. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Powell. He couldn't get to it. 4th down.
incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and
Good coverage that time by ALA.
Rigby did a good job of stepping up in the pocket right there. He just left it a tiny bit high.
to play in the 4th quarter.
4th down, 9.
All right, Eagle fans, let's get loud. Defense!
Field goal attempt for the Carbon Dinos. Taylor Timothy will attempt a 44-yard field goal from the left hash mark.
And
try to give the Dinos a lead.
In warm-ups, he was able to hit a couple from this range.
The snap, the set, the kick is up. It is no good.
In the 44-yard field
He definitely had the distance, but there is a flag.
Flag on the play. He had the distance, just missed it right. See what the flag is.
Yeah, you could hear it went silent in the stadium here as everyone waits to see which side that flag is on.
Timothy can kick a 43-yard field goal. He definitely had the distance, just missed it right. What do we got? Roughing the kicker. It will be the 5-yard.
That'll move the ball down the field for the Dinos.
It makes it much more interesting.
Yeah, it's only a 5-yard penalty, so that will put the ball on the 22-yard line. That makes it 4th and 5, and the Dinos they're going to try it again. So this will be
This one's from 39 yards.
39-yard field goal from the left hash mark.
And he already got a warm-up kick now, so it might be easier for him.
Rigby will hold. There's the snap. Bad set. And he'll be brought down. Could not handle the snap. Couldn't get the ball down. And ALA will take over on the 41-yard line.
That's tough. There was just trouble with the snap. Rigby was unable to get it down in time. And at that point, all of those rushers off the edge are already back there to try to block the kick, so there was nowhere he could go.
Couldn't get the execution on the snap and the hold to get the kick off. So it'll be ALA football on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. The Dinos come up empty. We're still tied at 21. .357 left to play.
57 remaining in the game. Score tied 21-21. Eagle football.
21-21. ALA with the football. 1st and 10, 32-yard line.
And 4 minutes is plenty of time. They don't have to worry about getting quick plays. They can run the ball down the field if they need to.
Play throws intercepted by the Dinos at the 30-yard line down to the 25. Coming up with that play, it's Ricky Sandoval. And the Dinos are in business.
Intercepted by number 11, Richie Sandoval. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dinos.
So the Dinos get another chance inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 28.
Again, there was a ton of pressure there from the Dinos, and it caused an errant throw there by Dupay. He overthrew the running back. It looked like they were trying to do a screen, had some offensive linemen pulling out there, but because of that overthrow, Sandoval was in the right place at the right time. Even if it was on target, Sandoval was right there to make the play.
Absolutely right, Kason. He did not have time to really get his feet set and throw the ball he wanted to throw. Johnson around the right side, no gain. Might have lost a yard. He did. 2nd and 11.
Taken down for a short loss by number 2, Nick Eiley.
Eiley with the tackle. 2nd down, 12 for the Dinos. Ball sitting on the 29-yard line.
Looks like we have a timeout on the field.
Timeout called by ALA, and we will keep it here now. We have 2nd down and 12 for the Dinos. We know he can reach from 44. We know that. So what do the Dinos do here? Do they run the ball? Are they content to try another field goal? Do you put the ball in the air? What do you think we see here from the Dino offense?
I think at least one play they try to take out a big chunk, but if nothing else, they want to get at least a few more yards, and they would like to center it. The field goals are much harder once you move to those hash lines. So if they can center the ball, get a couple more yards in, they can make the attempt much easier. But after that trouble with the snap, they may instead just try to work their way down to the goal line. A discussion being had. It didn't look like he signaled for either Carbon or ALA to take a timeout. Just a referee timeout, having a conversation still.
So while they try to figure out the situation on the field, we got 2nd down and 12 for the Carbon Dinos. We're tied at 21 here in the 4th quarter. Dinos had one lead in this ballgame. It was 21-14. ALA answered back, tied the game up at 21, and the 4th quarter has been a defensive battle for the most part.
Yeah, it really has been. There hasn't been a ton of offense. There was that one huge pass to Timothy along that far side that got the ball down into this field position. But other than that, it's been very strong defensively by both sides.
2nd down, 12. Here come the Dinos out on the field. Rigby, shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Ball sits far hash mark. Dinos go right to left. Here's that reverse. Coming to Timothy around the left side. Can he get to the corner? He does. He gets down to the 20-yard line. That's a nice play. Picks up a lot down to the 20, so it's going to be a 3rd and about 3 for the Carbon Dinos. They're going to mark him out actually at the 22. It's going to be 3rd and 6. He must have stepped out with the 1 foot because it looked like to me he got down to about the 20. They say 22. 3rd down and 6 for the Dinos. Very makeable.
Yeah, they're definitely already within range, so they don't want to risk anything too heavy right here. You can't risk a turnover when you're already in field goal range.
As soon as we get a number on the clock, we'll let you know how much time's left. Shotgun formation. It's getting late, though. Ball gets past Rigby. It's on the ground. He'll fall on it back at the 38-yard line. And that just takes the Dinos right out of field goal range. 4th down. That's a huge play.
Yeah, that's multiple times now that there's been an issue with the snap. And maybe none more costly than that one. It takes them well out of field goal range.
Ball all the way back to the ALA 38-yard line. 4th down. They have to get to the ALA 17.
Actually, that ball brings it back to 4th and 20.
4th down. 21 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. Shotgun formation. Huge play. They got him to jump. Now it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on ALA.
And that might put them near the edge of field goal range. Multiple times now, ALA has lacked discipline on that defensive line. They've jumped off sides a couple times.
9 penalties for 80 yards for ALA tonight. Moves the ball down to the 33-yard line. That would still make it about a 49-yard attempt. Dinos come out at the offense. Shotgun formation. 4th down. 14 yards to go. There's the snap. They do the quick kick as well. It goes straight up in the air and takes a ALA bounce, and they pick up 5 yards off that play. It goes down to the 27-yard line. And they gained 5 yards on that quick punt, and the ball goes over to ALA.
Yeah, sometimes you try to punt too quick, and that time the foot was already mostly extended. In doing so, it just sent it almost straight up.
27-yard line, 1st down. See if we can get on how much time is left. They've done a fantastic job running over and letting us know. No scoreboard tonight. Couldn't get it to work, so 1st and 10.
We got
2:15 left here in the fourth quarter. It's crunch time.
Eagles 21, Dinos 21. Eagles ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go. We pay out on the field for ALA, 1st and 10. Ball sitting on the 27-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers of the near side, 2 receivers the far side. Man in motion comes towards us. They'll give it to the man in motion, and there's no place to go. Dinos are there to make the stop. No gain. Actually a loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
And that time it looked like there was more room along the outside edge, but instead they cut inside where the Dinos were waiting.
Short loss. That'll bring up 2nd and
Shumway on the stop for the Carbon Dinos. We've said his name a lot tonight, too. He's had a great game. Kiefer, Shumway, Maurer. 2nd down, 12. Shotgun. Trips come to the right side. He looks that way. Under pressure. Dupay now out of the pocket. Finds some running room across the 30. 35. 1st down out of bounds at the 40. He hasn't really been able to find much scrambling, but that was play he did, and that was on a huge play in a 1st down for ALA.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pressure from Carbon, but that time he was able to escape. He was able to find a gap, and a beautiful move there in the middle to get past the defender and get 15 yards.
1st and 10. For ALA, the ball sitting on the 40-yard line.
And when action resumes, we have 1
Can't
minute,
see the number, the player for Carbon. He's walking off on his own power. That's a good sign.
Yeah, only 1:23 left in the game. ALA right now trying to hold on to make it the last possession. If nothing else, they want overtime. But best case scenario, they want to work their way down the field.
Might see overtime. We keep saying it all night long, but man, every time these two teams play, it's always a great game. Shotgun formation. Trips to the left side, wants to throw. This time to go to the right side, has a man open. Caught at the 50. Did he come up with it? Incomplete.
Tough attempt at a catch right there. It was just a little low, and unfortunately, he was unable to come up with it.
Haston was open right at the first down marker. Couldn't come up with it. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock on the incomplete pass. 21-21. Trips go to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Left to right goes ALA. Dupay in the shotgun. Ober stands to the left side of him. Long snap count once again. Dinos have done a good job discipline-wise on jumping off sides with these long snap counts. There's the snap. It gets past Dupay. He picks it up. Rolls to his right. Wants to throw. Throws it in the ground. Incomplete.
And Dupay scrambles right and throws it out of bounds.
That was close to maybe being grounding because I didn't see. Was there anybody in that area? Was there?
Asher Hernandez, number 25, was just a couple yards away from where that ball landed. So fortunately for ALA, they are able to escape without intentional grounding.
Along the sidelines where ALA stands, and it's hard to tell. I think I've seen a receiver. Good call there. 3rd down and 10. 2 receivers both sides. Once again, shotgun formation for ALA. 21-21, 4th quarter late.
Now these pass plays have stopped the clock with them being incomplete.
Handoff goes to Ober. He's got running room. Into the secondary across the 50, 45, down to the 42-yard line. Move the chains and a 1st down for ALA.
Now they're going to want to hurry because the clock is running. They don't have a lot of time to work with.
1st and 10 Eagles from the 43.
1:45 left to play. Clock running. Chains have been set, so it's 1st down for ALA on the Carbon side of the field on the 43-yard line. Wants to throw. Throws over the middle. Has a man just missed him.
And Dupay's pass falls incomplete, intended for number 2, Nick Eiley.
Eiley was there. Just missed him.
Once again, score 21.
59 seconds left to play in the ball game. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that would have been huge. Eiley had his man beat. He got behind him. And Dupay this time unable to capitalize on it.
2nd and 10 for ALA. Tied at 21. 59 seconds left to play. ALA breaks the huddle. To the line of scrimmage they come. The ball sits on the near hash mark, trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Obar sits on the left side of the quarterback, Dupay. Dinos are coming. Here comes the blitz. Dupay has nowhere to go. Breaks one tackle, finds some running room, and somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in.
And Dupay scrambles to the right. There is a flag on the play.
We'll see what the flag is. Dinos brought the blitz on that play. See what the flag is.
When play resumes, we have 41 seconds.
41 seconds left to play. Holding against ALA.
Move the ball back 10 yards.
That will be 10 penalty on ALA for 90 yards.
Yeah, and it's hurt them a couple different times.
It has.
That first Carbon touchdown drive would have ended much earlier, but a couple ALA penalties kept it alive and allowed Carbon to keep going. And now here at the end, that pushes them a lot farther from the end zone, a lot farther from field goal range.
2nd and 20. Ball sitting on the ALA side of the field, now on the 47-yard line. Hope you're enjoying the first game of the season here on 95.3 The Peak for the Carbon Dinos, where the Dinos play. Tied at 21. ALA with the ball. 2nd down, 20. 2 receivers both sides. Ober sits on the right side. Ober with the fake to him. The throw out in the flat, incomplete. Ober threw his intended receiver.
The pace pass falls incomplete. That'll be bring up.
When you overthrow that little pass out in the flat, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it really is. That was the reason Carbon was able to get field position back, was an overthrow on a quick dump pass to the running back. But with so much pressure, there wasn't much he could do there.
Once again, 32 seconds remaining.
32 seconds left to play in the ball game. Tied at 21. We might get some free football. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers both sides. Man in motion goes away from us. Ball sits on the near hash mark. Dupay hands the ball off. Over. Found a little gap for a second, but it closed quickly. Picked up 2 on the play and a nice defensive play by the Carbon Dinos.
Mason Over was the ball carrier. Gain of about 3 yards. That'll bring up 4th down.
And the clock is still
Gonna
running.
Be 4th down.
So if ALA wanted to, they could run a lot of this timeout. Looks like a timeout was finally called by Carbon.
That is the end of the,
end of the 4th quarter.
Eagles 21, Dinos.
Tough about the scoreboard and the clock, but that's the end of the 4th quarter. We are playing overtime here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. We're tied at 21 when we come back. Overtime. Don't go anywhere. Carbon football on 95.3 The Peak.
At Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance, serving Castle Country has been our family's legacy for 3 generations. We started as a small shop, Hard Hat Appliance and Television, bringing neighbors the latest in appliances. As times changed, we grew to offer water beds and quality furniture, always focusing on friendly service. Today, we're proud to have the largest showroom in Castle Country. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve this community for 3 generations. Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in Price.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
You've been accused of doing something illegal. Now it's time for a strong defense in the game of legal matters. Let Oliver Law tackle your case. Robert Oliver believes in innocent until proven guilty. Oliver Law brings you a strong defense for the best possible outcome for your criminal case. And when it's time to go on offense, Robert Oliver has the game plan to tackle your legal troubles. Call 435-637-6060 or go to robertoliverlegal.com to request a free consultation. Robert Oliver, passionate about defending the underdog.
Your degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Utah Valley University, our open admissions and low tuition make getting started easy. Choose from online, in-person, or hybrid classes so you can keep your schedule and get real-world, hands-on experience. That means you won't just graduate with a degree, you'll graduate ready for what's next. Learn more for less. Apply today at uvu.edu.
Every generation of Castle Country has answered the call to power America. Ours just made history at the San Rafael Energy Lab right here in Orangeville. Valor Atomics safely activated the Ward 250, a waterless microreactor and a global first achieved with a workforce that lives right here. The world is watching what America can do, what Castle Country can do. Again, learn more at valoratomics.com or see for yourself at their next open house.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. It's time for overtime. They'll have the coin toss at the 50-yard line, and we'll get ready for some extra football. Now, the rules, you got the rules there. Each team will get possession. They'll start on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, each team will have the opportunity to possess the football from the 25-yard line. And then if it is still tied after that, we'll do it again, but each team will have to go for two after the touchdown. Following that, if it is still tied, the teams will go back and forth attempting two-point conversions until someone comes out on top.
The overtime rule here, high school football. So the referees at the 50-yard line will decide the coin toss here, but it's been a good game, tied at 21. I think Carbon won the toss by the way they're talking. We'll find out. Carbon has won the toss. They will defer. ALA will get the ball first. Big advantage to get the ball second in overtime.
Yeah, it definitely is. It lets you know what you need to do.
Yes.
Instead of going out and having to try to either decide to get that touchdown or take the points that are on the field if you get the fourth down. Instead, you get to see what happens first and be able to decide based off of that.
So, us facing the field, we'll go down to the left side of the field. That's where we'll play this. And ALA will get the ball first. First and 10 on the 25-yard line. Here we go. Overtime's fun. The Dinos come out on the field. Tied at 21, both teams. Opening day high school football here in Utah. Both these teams trying to start out 1-0.
Yeah, and it can really set the tone for your season the way your first game is able to go, and it lets you know a lot of what you have to work on and what your strengths are as the season continues.
We wait for ALA to come out on the field. You said you've got some scores from around the state.
Yeah, so in 3A, Canyon View was able to take down Jordan 35-0. Bear River took down Ogden 36-13. Logan now leading over Summit Academy 25-21. North San Pete clobbers Cottonwood 57-0. Tooele currently holding a 14-10 lead. Well, they beat Union 14-10. Delta takes down Juab 29-26. And Richfield clobbers Dixie 62-20.
Thank you, sir. That's the scores from around the state. Shotgun formation goes to Over in the backfield. Direct snap. He'll pick up a couple, 2nd and 8.
And the direct snap is
that looks like the opponents that Carbon are going to play here in the future. The schedule had some good nights. Richfield had a good night. That's a opponent. North San Pete had a good night. Canyon View. Tough schedule for the Carbon Dinos. Next week they travel to Emory.
And the number 1 and number 3 teams in 3A actually both went down. They were upset. Ridgeline took down number 1 Morgan, and Pineview took down number 3 Manti.
Manti also an opponent of Carbon in the future. I believe the last game of the season. Shotgun formation for ALA once again. Over hands the ball off. There's no place to go. Couple of yards. Good defense by the Dinos. 3rd down. All sits on the 23-yard line.
They're doing a great job of holding strong on that front line.
And the handoff goes number 24, Jonah Akahovi. Short gain, that'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Akahovi, the ball carrier, it'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. So they elected on the first 2 plays to go to that direct snap to Over. Dinos stop it. Do play on the field now for ALA. DuPay's had a good night. Shotgun formation. Trips go to the right side. Flags come in.
And before the snap, we got a flag on the play.
And it's a false start. It just pushes ALA farther away.
That is a false start on the Eagles. That'll move the ball back 5 yards and bring up a 3rd and 13.
DuPay has had long snap counts all night long. The Dinos have done good, discipline-wise, jumping off sides.
Yeah, they've really done a great job on that front line. They have avoided having any offsides penalties. They've done a great job, and like you said, there have been some very long snap counts from DuPay.
Trips go to the far side. Ball sits on the near hash mark. They go right to left. 3rd down long. 3rd and 13. Overtime tied at 21. ALA with the ball first. There's fumbled snap. In trouble. Being rushed. Throws it into the flat. Incomplete. They might. There was a receiver in the area. Hiley was back there, but we have a flag. I don't know what. Let's see what it is. Did they call grounding on that? Or holding? What did they call? We'll see. They're going to call grounding. I thought Eiley was over there, honestly.
Yeah, it seemed like Eiley was in the range, and because of the tackle, he wasn't able to get full power on it, but Eiley was in that area.
That's a loss of down.
Yeah, and that hurts. That puts you well out of field goal range for 4th down now.
That's 4th down. That's a huge penalty. Grounding is a huge penalty.
Yeah, takes it at the spot of the foul, but also you lose that down.
That's going to be a spot foul. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it takes it to 3rd and
Takes
27.
it all the way back to the 42-yard line.
4th and 27.
They have to get down to the 15. Referees are having a conversation. It's pretty simple if there is grounding. I mean, I'm not quite sure what discussion is on the field.
We don't have to worry about how much time's left.
I was just getting ready to say that coach for ALA doesn't have to run back and forth.
Oh, and they picked it up.
Time.
It's no longer an intentional grounding because that receiver was in the area.
Oh, wow, they changed that back. I honestly thought that Eiley was in the area, but after you make that call, they get together and they decide to change it back, and Coach Milovich wants to talk to the referee. Here we go. 4th down, 14 yards to go. Move the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Here we go. Big play. DuPay, long snap count once again. There's the snap, wants to throw. Looks down the left sidelines. It is intercepted! Intercepted by Timothy down the sidelines of the 32-yard line. And the Dinos will take over. And they will start now from the 25-yard line. So, honestly, in that situation, you're going to give the ball up anyway. So, throw the ball down the field. It gets intercepted. Dinos will take over on the 25-yard line with a chance to win.
Okay, looks like the...
And that was great defense there by Timothy.
Yes.
The ball was put in a decent position for the receiver, but Timothy was just able to jump the route. And it puts ALA in a very tough position, especially because we know Carbon has a kicker that has this range already.
Yeah. Good defense by the Carbon Dinos. They put the offense back out on the field. A chance to win the game. Ball sits on the 25. Rigby, the shotgun, gets past him again, and he'll fall on it back at the 39-yard line. A loss of 14 on the play. And that is the, third time that's happened?
23 for the Dinos.
Yeah, as the game has gone on, the issues with the snap have just started to compound on each other.
So you said the Dinos have the ball at the 25. They're not in field goal position anymore after that play. Second down and long. Ball sitting on the 37-yard line. They got to get to the 15. Dinos break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Overtime, tied at 21. Shotgun formation for Rigby. Running back in the backfield with him. Rigby wants to throw in the pocket. Rolls out to his right, looking, still throwing, throws downfield. Caught by Timothy down at the 15-yard line. Close to the first down, depends on where they mark it.
What a catch by Timothy. That was a contested pass. A couple ALA defenders in that region, but Timothy was able to come down with it. And a huge conversion.
Going to be short of the first down, 3rd and 1. Ball sitting on the 16-yard line. They got to get to the 15. 3rd down and 1. Dinos break the huddle. Shotgun once again for Rigby. 2 running backs this time. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. There's the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. It's Packard. Fights his way past the 15. Down to the 10. Pushes his way down to the 5. 1st and goal for the Dinos. And the Dinos are 5. Well, I was just about ready to say 5 yards away from a win, but there's a flag on the field, so let's see what it is. Holding against Carbon.
The Dinos, that'll move the ball back 10 yards. It'll remain 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 11.
8 penalties for 80 yards for the Carbon Dinos. Moves it back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, penalties have been an issue for both of these teams tonight. And a lot of times they've come at very costly times.
And you expect it, game 1. I mean, you expect a game that has a lot of penalties. It's the first game of the season, but penalties are not good ever, but there's penalties that can be worse because of when they happen, like you said. Shotgun formation. Pitches it out the left side, coming around the left side. It's Packard, cuts back in between to the 20-yard line down to the 18. Brought down there. It's going to be 4th down and 3.
And the Dino ball carrier moves ahead for about 6-7 yards.
And Carbon's going to be taking a timeout now. They have a decision to make. It's 4th and 4, but they do have a leg for field goal range, and if they make that field goal, it would be game, as both teams have had a chance to possess the ball.
4th down, 4 yards to go here in overtime.
And we do have a timeout on the field.
So 4th down, 4 yards to go for the Carbon Dinos. Timothy's coming on. I think we're going to see a field goal attempt to win the game.
Yeah, first kick was just wide left. It didn't count because of roughing the kicker. The next one, there was a problem with the snap. But now he has a chance from 36.
36-yard field goal attempt for Timothy to win the game for the Carbon Dinos.
And they were able to line it up pretty close to the center to make it as easy as possible for him.
Going over to talk to the Dino coaching staff, the white hat once again, so got a little break in the action here. The
Seems the kicking football was still way past the end zone. They had to go retrieve it.
Okay, I was just kidding.
Here we go. Now here we go. Field goal attempt for the win for the Carbon Dinos. Ball going to be put down on the 36-yard line. Rigby will hold Timothy to kick for the Dinos. 21-21 overtime. There's the snap, the set, whistle.
They're icing the kick.
Timeout called by ALA. We'll keep it here.
ALA is trying to make it harder on that kicker. It gives him more time to think after he was already ready to attempt this, especially in this clutch of a situation. They want to really try to get in the kicker's head.
So they'll call timeout. The Dinos will talk about it. ALA will talk about it. 21-21 here in overtime. ALA had the opportunity. ALA had the opportunity with the first offensive possession. Interception by Timothy ended that on 4th down. And now the Dinos have a chance to win it with a field goal.
And they really put themselves in good position. They were able to move themselves up, even if it was only 5.5 yards. It definitely makes it a lot easier on the kicker, and they were able to get it pretty close to the center of the field.
I think the ball sits really where Timothy likes it. And here we come back out on the field. Rigby will hold. Ball's going to be put down on the 26-yard line. It's going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt for the Carbon Dinos for the win to start out 1-0. Long snap count. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, the kick is no good.
Just barely wide left.
Left.
Almost even hit the upright. We get double overtime.
We will continue play with the missed field goal, and we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have overtime number 2. Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream.
Welcome back to overtime. The Dinos get the ball now. In second overtime, one play from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, so now the teams will just trade off attempting two-point conversions. One singular play from the 3-yard line until somebody ends up ahead.
So the Dinos with the football. Rigby, shotgun. Wants to throw. Looks, throws, incomplete. Ball is intended for Timothy, falls to the ground.
All right, Eagles, it's our ball. It's our turn. Let's go.
Now ALA will get the chance from the 3-yard line.
And because Carbon started off on defense in that first overtime, it switches off when it goes to second overtime, which is why ALA was able to be on defense for that first attempt. And now ALA just needs 3 yards and they can win the game.
This is for the win for ALA. The Dinos had their opportunity. Tried to throw a ball out in the flat to Timothy. It fell incomplete. Good defense, by the way, by ALA on that play. There really wasn't much there. Now, the Dino defense, which has played very well, needs to make a stop here.
Yeah, the only score in the second half for ALA came on 2 breakaway plays, but other than that, Carbon has been very strong on the defensive side, and now they just need to hold off at least one more time.
Ober will be in at quarterback. 2 running backs down on each side of him. Shotgun formation for the win from the 3-yard line. Ober is going to take it to the right side into the end zone for the touchdown, and ALA comes away with the win.
And who else but Mason Ober to finish off the game for ALA. He's been strong all day. He's been the key to their offense and even made plays on the defensive side. So a fitting ending for him.
So Ober gets the 3-yard run, and ALA comes away with the 27-21 overtime win. Quite the game. Dinos had their opportunities.
Yeah, they definitely did. There were a few field goal attempts. The one missed from long didn't count, but if it went in, they would have taken it. And then trouble with the snap, another missed field goal. Carbon did have their opportunities. One of the main issues they had towards the end of the game was a lot of their snaps. They really pushed them farther back down the field and made it tougher on themselves, as well as penalties on both sides.
Absolutely. The Carbon Dinos gave it everything they had tonight. Quite the game. We figured it was going to be a good game, and it turned out to be exactly what we thought it would be. And the Dinos fall short, 27-21. Congratulations to ALA. We'll come back. Cache Valley Bank postgame show. Don't go anywhere. Once again, the final score, ALA 27, Carbon Dinos 21 when we come back.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we're more than just a credit union. We're your trusted community partner. Whether you're opening a checking or savings account, applying for a loan, managing your finances with our Spirit debit card or credit cards, we've got you covered. Our friendly tellers and expert loan officers are here to help, and with virtual tellers available in our drive-up line, banking has never been easier. We offer home equity lines of credit, CDs, and a range of other services, all tailored to your financial needs. Visit us today and experience the difference at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where your goals are our priority.
At Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance, serving Castle Country has been our family's legacy for 3 generations. We started as a small shop, Hard Hat Appliance and Television, bringing neighbors the latest in appliances. As times changed, we grew to offer water beds and quality furniture, always focusing on friendly service. Today, we're proud to have the largest showroom in Castle Country. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve this community for 3 generations. Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in Price.
Price Family Pharmacy has moved. Hi, this is Brian from Price Family Pharmacy, and we're excited to be in our new location, right next to Castleview Urgent Care on 100 North. Our new location brings exciting additions to our pharmacy, a convenient drive-thru, more parking, a spacious lobby, and we still have free delivery. Our team is here to offer you great services in our new, bigger, better space. Come by and visit us, and thank you for being part of our pharmacy family.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino Football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino Football 23-21, the final score tonight. ALA wins in overtime with the 2-point conversion in overtime. The Dinos had opportunity in the first overtime. ALA did as well. ALA threw an interception. The Dinos couldn't get the field goal. So then we go to the 3-yard line for the 2-point play. Carbon throws a pass out in the flat, incomplete. ALA runs the ball with over into the end zone. They win the ball game. Quite the game. Like I said, every time these two teams play, it's always like this. It's just, wouldn't mind seeing these teams play 10 times. They're going to be like this every game, right?
Yeah, they always match up very well. The last few games, we had a 1-point game, a 3-point game, and now a 2-point game. These teams like to stay close to each other, and it was a very close marathon of a game. The momentum would swing back and forth either way, and then from the fourth quarter on, it was very defensive. Both teams were able to limit the other offenses and force it into the double overtime, where ALA was finally able to get something into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, the offense were basically moving the ball down the field, and then fourth quarter came along, and it changed. The defense started taking control of the game.
And the defense usually is able to control the pace of the game. Especially towards the end, the defense has the power in their hands if they're able to limit the offense, and they really did. They gave their own teams many opportunities in the fourth quarter, but neither side really gave up an inch. They were able to hold very strong in that fourth quarter, and then first overtime, Carbon was right on the brink of winning it with a field goal. Did not go their way. And then second overtime, ALA just needed one more stand, and they got it.
Carbon had a couple of turnovers in the ball game. They finished with 13 first downs, 2 turnovers. They had 8 penalties for 80 yards. The 2 turnovers for the Dinos, they were pretty huge.
Yeah, the first one wasn't as consequential. It was just an interception on fourth down. But the next one really hurt. It was after they were able to force a punt from ALA. They were able to get position on the ALA somewhere around the 20-yard line, but then first play from scrimmage, they had a fumble. They gave it right back, and ALA was able to score in just a couple plays to even it back up.
ALA had 10 first downs in the ball game. They also had 2 turnovers. They had 11 penalties for 95 yards. So between the two teams, we had 19 penalties. You know, the first game of the season, you kind of expect that in high school football. A couple of penalties were huge, but as you said, the offense for the Carbon Dinos tonight played well. The defensive line for the Carbon Dinos played well as well. This was a battle. They had their opportunities. They just fell short.
And I am excited from what I saw on the Carbon offensive side. We mentioned it earlier. They're known as a running team. They rely on the ground game a lot. But today, they were really able to put the ball in the hands of both of the quarterbacks that played, and they were really able to make some plays through the air instead.
Cache Valley Bank post-game show here on 95.3 The Peak. Where the Dinos play, Dinos fall short tonight in overtime to ALA. They go to 0-1. Now they will travel to Emory next week. Their second game of the season, both the first 2 games on the road. Their third game, they'll be at home for their home opener. But next week, they travel to Emory. Emory fell short tonight, too. So we have 2 0-1 teams that will be battling next week with a rivalry game. A lot at stake next week looking ahead.
Yeah, and the rivalry games are always circled on the schedule for these coaches, and this early in the season, it really gives them a chance to jumpstart their season, to really get something going and set the tone as they move farther in, as they get into region play.
So we'll take a break, and when we come back, more here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Once again, the Dinos fall short in overtime on the 3-yard play from going over the right side. Dinos fall short. They drop to 0-1. We'll be right back after this.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
At Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance, serving Castle Country has been our family's legacy for 3 generations. We started as a small shop, Hard Hat Appliance and Television, bringing neighbors the latest in appliances. As times changed, we grew to offer water beds and quality furniture, always focusing on friendly service. Today, we're proud to have the largest showroom in Castle Country. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve this community for 3 generations. Hard Hat Furniture and Appliance on Main Street in Price.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farleno's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farleno's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farleno's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
At Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, we're more than just a credit union. We're your trusted community partner. Whether you're opening a checking or savings account, applying for a loan, managing your finances with our Spirit debit card or credit cards, we've got you covered. Our friendly tellers and expert loan officers are here to help, and with virtual tellers available in our drive-up line, banking has never been easier. We offer home equity lines of credit, CDs, and a range of other services, all tailored to your financial needs. Visit us today and experience the difference at Eastern Utah Community Credit Union, where your goals are our priority.
The Dinos play here.
My name is Andy Kiefer. I'm number 77.
Ricky Sandoval, number 11.
Carbon Dino football on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to Carbon Dino football. They fall short tonight to ALA in overtime. Quite the game. We'll take a look at the schedule for Carbon. We'll just kind of go down it real quickly. We got American Leadership tonight. They fell short. Next week, Emory. Then after that, Juan Diego. That will be at Carbon High School. That will be the home opener. Then after that, Canyon View on the road. Then back home with Richfield, Juab. Then on the road with North St. Pete. Back home with Delta. On the road with Manti, back home with Cedar. Not an easy schedule for the Carbon Dinos. Their region always tough in everything, always.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a tough schedule for them this year. Lots of the top 3A football teams are sitting there on their schedule, a couple of them away as well, which just adds another level of difficulty. But there was a lot of toughness in their team today, and I feel like they can go out and they can compete in every single game on their schedule.
Absolutely. Once again, the final score, 23-21 in overtime. The Carbon Dinos fall short to ALA. Quite the game. And, Kason, it's been fun doing the game with you. Thanks for coming down and hanging out with us and doing some Carbon football.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, and this was a great game to be involved in, especially being able to get a couple free periods as well.
The Emory Spartans falling short tonight, too, starting out 0-1. So it will be Carbon and Emory next week. The pregame show will be 6:30, kickoff 7 o'clock here on 95.3 The Peak. You can also stream the game as well. I want to thank Ryan, the camera guy, setting us all up, getting us ready to go tonight. Thanks for his help as well. Once again, the Dinos fall short tonight in overtime. We will see you next week at Emory High School. Go Dinos.